Du Alex, jag har en idé. Vi borde starta en podcast. Den borde heta Chambre Separee.
Yes, this one is for the books. With me, I have no other than Eric.
The one and only.
The one and only.
Yes, sir.
Well, we're two now, so.
No, we are two.
Two Erics today.
Double D's.
Double
you know?
E's.
Double E's.
With the double D's.
And here's the ace.
Here's the ace. Kovac.
Acing you motherfuckers today.
Oh, man.
And this is our podcast, Chambre Separee. Welcome back. How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing all right, Eric
Yeah.
and Eric. So I'm very excited about today, actually.
Yeah?
I've been working with Eric like here and there now for the past year
Or two, almost.
or two now.
Yeah.
And first time I met Eric, we had a little conversation before the podcast. And we met each other outside here. And we clicked.
Big time.
And Eric was like, who is this guy? And I was like, I'm going to show you who I am. And I was like, who is this guy? He's a hungry guy, this guy. Serious guy. And never drops the ball. So actually, I'm very happy to have you here today, Eric.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. You know, like I told you, like another brother from another mother.
Yes, indeed.
You know, so here we are. We're on the business, now we're on the podcast. So let's see how this is going to roll and unfold.
That's nice. You know, the same thing. Like me and you haven't known each other for that long, but I've
No.
seen you through the years. You know, I started DJ and I heard about this school, MFA, you know, and I was a youngin' back then. When I saw you had them plays and them gigs outside. And by that time, I think you were the few in Oslo that actually did the Afro thing.
Yeah.
Like,
But then they called it Azonto.
I call it Azonto.
Yeah. Shaku Shaku.
Shaku.
Azonto, yeah.
Azonto.
Because Azonto song was really popular by then.
Yeah.
I don't even know
So
what it is.
I would ask for gigs, places, and they're like, you playing Azonto? Yeah, no.
Is that a kind of a style?
Yeah, it was like Azonto.
Azonto is a style from Ghana.
From
actually.
Ghana. Yeah.
So and then that song that phrase became a song, and the song became huge.
Yeah, so they started
Yeah.
associating the genre. Before they called it Afrobeat, they called it Azonto. Because Azonto was the hit
So
song.
it's kind of a
It's kind of
precursor
weird
for
because
Yeah.
the...
P Square was really doing really
Yeah.
good, but yeah, Azonto was the whole thing.
But it was a time in music where everything became Afrobeat. Everything became Afro. Like you had Ghanaian high life, you have Azonto, you have them different. Niger music, everything became Afrobeat. Like you just put it all under one category.
Even Lingala now is Afrobeat.
It's Afrobeat, right?
You know,
Yeah.
they've changed everything. You know, Lingala, the Congolese music, it's changed now.
It's changing.
But Azonto is a precursor to the Afrobeat scene, no?
I would say that, but Azonto is more.
Or is it a own style? Or was it
It's-
no, it was
Afrobeats
a dance
before
style.
Afrobeats?
It's a dance style.
It was a song
Yeah.
and it was a dance style. It was a style that's when the whole doing routines. But then we never called it challenge. It was just like I could do this.
You
style.
can do the dance.
Yeah, you can do the dance.
So it's kind of like a Macarena.
Yes.
Yes.
I got you.
Yeah.
The African Macarena.
Yeah. But imagine if everybody called like dance music Macarena. You want to listen to Macarena?
You want Macarena?
Was it kind of that of a degree of it?
Yeah.
It was looked upon as
Well,
kind of
look,
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
you do a Nazonto? Really? Now?
Yeah.
It's too early.
But I think it was a magical thing. It was a magical thing
Evolution,
that,
you can call it.
that Norwegian countries, man.
It's like it took a while for Scandinavia to really grasp it, because if you look at the UK, in America, those places already you could go and you can listen to that. Here in Lille Oslo, small Oslo, you could just go to one or two places where you could find that. And the good thing is, like, I was one of the places that play that. So that was really a good thing for our culture.
How long was that?
I would say 10 years ago.
So that's when you started with this.
No, I started a while ago because when David Guetta and the other ones came in with their whole dance and hype music, Afrobeat was still there. But it was like, you would call it was underground because nobody wanted to associate with it because it's for the Africans, And give and take, the amount of money that was coming in the bar was more than what was coming into these hype places. So by that time, I was working at Willie's Bar, and he was clocking in good numbers because it's one place.
Yeah, that changes everything.
It was like, Africans can drink. That's for sure.
Some parts of Africa, yes.
They're known. These guys.
What about these guys?
These guys, they can.
Talking about these guys?
These guys can a little bit with a little bit of some, on top of it.
I don't need anything. I'll show you guys.
But
Alex,
tell me.
you're different. You're in a different species. I think you were just born in a different kind of country. Maybe you're albino. We don't know, from Africa.
Who drinks the most, Europeans or blacks?
I think Europeans drinks the most. I'm from North Sweden. I've seen Finns. Then Finns can drink, and especially if you come north, because I think people, and maybe it has something to do with the weather. Like, as if you're drunk here, you go outside, you sober up.
Actually, I'm really curious. I would like to know which continent drinks the most.
Can handle liquor the most. I think you have continents that drinks the most, but that doesn't mean they can handle the liquors.
I heard that Ethiopians and Eritreans, this kind of, what is this music genre called? You guys know this.
Habesha music?
Yes, Habesha.
Yeah.
At these parties, they drink extremely much.
They can drink. And they drink beer.
Only beer.
Beer, they can drink a ton. And then you come to the East Africans and they whiskey. Oh my God. They know, Actually, I'm really curious about it. Like the statistics, the way it comes to like hard liquor. Which part of the continent they...
I would guess North Sweden and Norway.
I think Finns.
Or Finns.
I think Finns can drink. Like, we're talking about Russians, but like
Russians
you have
also.
Finland that is like between Russia, between Norway and Sweden. They're there. They've been through the winter war, like Finns. I wouldn't have a drinking challenge with a Finn. Like, if you say you're a Finn, you're gonna drink me, I say, hey, challenge declined. Challenge declined, my guy. Like,
I will put
you don't
my
want to
money-
swipe.
you don't want that.
But also Polish and the Russians and the Ukrainians, when I have these parties here, they don't stop.
They don't stop.
They just, my sales go through the roof.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have had Afrobeat parties here as well. The sales can't match
No,
with the Polish or the Russians or the Ukrainians.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is, when it comes to Afrobeat, they party every weekend. The Polish, they party once, and they party hard.
They party hard.
So the whole thing is, you have to look at it.
In Oslo.
Yeah.
But you live in Drammen. We should ask him about his background a little bit. But I know that he lives in Drammen.
Yeah.
And there's a place in Drammen called Old Irish.
Yeah.
This been known now as kind of a Polish club now.
Ah.
So the
I don't know. I
Polish
don't hang out over there.
I would be
I'm already
surprised if I would see you there.
At Old Irish in
You
Drammen.
never go in Drammen?
There is... Bro, I got there once and I felt so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I felt like my skin was turning to become white.
Just by entering.
Just by entering, because it was like super packed. You get hit by a heat wave. It's
Yeah.
winter time, but there's this heat that hits you,
Polish.
and everybody's just there.
And Ukrainians are extremely many there. Yeah, so it's kind of becoming an Eastern European club, this Old Irish in Drammen.
Yeah? Wow.
So yeah, they party every weekend, just not in Oslo.
Not
Not
in
in
Oslo. Not in Oslo.
Oslo is a different kind of species, you know.
Yeah, but I think the club scene in Oslo is also about. It feels like it's dying. But I'm not saying it's in Oslo, but I feel like in general people are tired of going
I think
to club.
Corona messed up everything.
Oh yeah, it did.
If we look at the whole, I told you to switch off that phone. We're having a freaking podcast. You know? Switch it off.
It's always calling. But yeah.
But yeah,
where were we?
Corona messed up everything.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the concepts and the kind of like gigs that we used to have back in the day, it's not the same as now. Everything has changed. And, you know, the new generation that is there, the people who turned 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, they got into this partying at home. Right?
Yeah.
And then they go out after they've started at home.
Yeah.
For spiel, they call it, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, if you look at it, when they come to spend, they don't spend as much. You know, when they come, they have one beer and they're totally effed. And then you're like, what's going on? So the generation change has had a drastic change in the whole, you know, the whole market for the entertainment scene, you know. So that's where you see like people, like for me, I'm looking into doing more of like concerts, more doing like a party that will make sense rather than to just keep on doing the same party and everything else because it has changed.
It has changed. Like I remember back in the days when I started DJing, like every time I would go out for a gig, I would feel this excitement in my belly, in my stomach. Like we would go out, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know it would be a good night. You know it might turn up and it might be this, it might be that, but you always had a feeling in your stomach that something exciting is happening.
It's happening, yeah.
Not anymore.
Now you're there with anxiety.
Yeah, anxiety.
What the hell is happening?
Yeah,
You know?
it's different.
And then all of a sudden, boom, it's a lot of people, and then all of a sudden,
It's hype and then people leave.
And
You
then
can't,
people
you can't. As a DJ, do you feel that the same thing with the crowd control? Do you feel like it's there? Like before, when I started, not back before, but back in the days,
yeah.
I felt like I can control the crowd.
Yeah. Right now, what is happening is like I can just bluntly say these bitches ain't loyal.
Right? Because if you play one bad song,
Yeah.
they're out.
They're out, you know, and
You just leave.
And the whole thing is sometimes you gotta play a hit, play a stupid song so that somebody can go get a drink.
Yeah.
You know, but now you're in a position where you cannot play hits upon hits all the time.
No.
You know, you have to switch it up a little bit. You know, but now also the game has changed because you find there's a lot of places where they're playing almost the same thing, you know, and there's a lot of places now we don't have nightclubs. We have people who are doing free entrance. You know, back before Corona, you could pay to get into a place and you would enjoy what you've paid for. Right now, it's being offered for free, and you have bedroom DJ who's been playing in his bedroom, doesn't know shit about shit, comes there. You know, just because he has 25,000 followers on Instagram or whatever it is, they sit there and, you know, play you your music. You're like, oh, yeah, this is all good. And the talent is not there. You're like, okay, where's the crowd? You know, controlling the crowd and everything else. You know, when it comes to the music, it's going up and down. So you're like, really?
Yeah, no plan.
are
The
we-
set list is just out there. And I feel it's become that because the respect for the craft as a DJ is not there anymore.
No.
Now you just need somebody to play music.
I kind of sense that.
Yeah.
From my perspective, it's like it's difficult to see the justification of hiring a DJ.
Yeah.
That's the problem with me. So I will have revenue here tonight. I will have revenue here tomorrow, Friday. So what am I searching for actually? Okay, I want to give my guest a good experience. So yes, sometimes I want to do the cost of taking a DJ and take the cost upon myself. But if it's always eating off the profit, it's difficult, right? Because then there's no justification in the long run. But sometimes I want, okay, great. I have a full crowd today and a lot of reservations. Let's give them something extra so they have something to remember, right?
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, it's difficult to justify it because it takes away the profit.
Yeah.
And I got people here working for bonuses as well. So they need to make certain results. And then the results are not that good,
Yeah.
or they don't change, and the DJ is killing the profit. It's difficult to justify.
It's difficult.
And that's why I usually think like it makes more sense when a DJ is gonna come with a concept that he pays himself with the money that comes in the door. Forget the fact that you have people inside. Those are your people. So let you bring your own crowd. If you get 100 krona from the door, that's yours. If you get 10,000 or 15,000 or 100, well, you did a good job. You know, so it's a two-way thing.
It is a two-way thing. So
Yeah.
either I put the cost because I want to give my guests a certain experience.
Right.
I want to give them something extra. This Friday, I'm going to give them something extra. I know the people who are here Thursdays. I know the people who are here Fridays.
Yeah.
They're loyal customers. Let's give them something. But sometimes I want the DJs to bring people, or else I don't want a DJ. You should, when I hire you, there's something for me in it.
Yeah.
You draw people.
Yeah.
Either that, or I put the cost and I'm doing something for my guests. There are two ways.
Definitely. I agree on that.
As a DJ, then, what should you do to put yourself in a better position?
Know your craft.
Know your craft?
And for me, I've been playing for a while now, and I know they have the loyal customers that I have, and what needs to be done, or as a DJ, what you need to do is like, how do you put yourself out there, right? And like I was telling you, these bees are not loyal no more, you know?
Yeah.
Can you cuss over here?
Yeah, fuck
Oh.
yeah.
Motherfucker, bitch, please.
These bitches ain't loyal because the whole thing is you can do so much as a DJ. Like when I go play in Germany, I play in Africa, I play in America, I play in Dubai. The reception that you get, it's crazy. It's crazy. But there's something about Oslo that is so weird. You know, I've played, you name it, you know, but I see, even when I'm not playing, I can go to another gig and I see, you know, and I see DJs that are playing and I'm like, okay, he's doing a good job. But the people are not there. But you go to another place, it's super packed.
And the DJs doing a shit
And the
job.
DJ is shit,
Yeah.
you know? So what is happening is like the crowd nowadays go to places where it's packed. Oh, I saw Alex there. Oh, which Alex? Yeah, this Alex, the celebrity. Yeah, him. You know? So they want to go there because Alex might be there. They're not going there because they know they're going to get good music.
So they're following people on Instagram.
Yeah.
So the influencers have more power than the DJs
So
nowadays.
that's where we're heading at. It's like you get influencers who are putting out whatever they're putting out. Oh, I'm here, I'm there.
Yeah.
You know? And people will be like, okay, I'm going to go there because I saw, oh, this guy is going to be there or this chick is going to be there. Right? And then there you go. You're wondering like, okay, what the hell is going on? But when you put head to head, you tell like, okay, this DJ, go head to head with this DJ. And they'll be like, oh shit, I've been going to this guy's stupid gigs and he's nothing. You know?
I have actually noticed this because you have been playing many times at my place, Eric. And we hear the difference. We hear the quality. And when you're not playing, we hear the lack of quality in that case. But it still just doesn't justify it. So
I think like as for me, as what I did, because I think you and me, we're both doing the same job but in two different industries. Because you're out there in the clubs and you're out there doing your own events and everything because I feel like you still have the hunger for it. Me, I lost that. I lost my hunger, I lost my appetite. After COVID, I lost it. And now I'm trying to get it back. But what I do, I just do corporate gigs. And I feel like some kind of way that's not true for myself because they don't give off.
No.
Fuck.
But that's
I'll
where
go
the
what I'm
money
paying.
is. That's the whole thing.
So they don't care about
don't
do
care.
for love.
They
No.
don't know.
Nah.
They don't care.
That's a good
They
one.
don't care.
No.
But you know, I supplement that with the gigs that I have and no stress. If I can go there because no stress, it's a nice bar, it's a little speakeasy. I can do whatever I like there.
You need to get me there.
I just see, of course. But the only thing I do there is just like boom bap, hip hop. I just play whatever. I play soul. You know, Alex and me, we just Strawberry Letter 23. Like I play Isley Brothers. I'm there, and there I can do my craft. But if I can't have that creative outlet, these corporate gigs that I'm doing, I wouldn't make it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't make it.
It's interesting, like like I was saying, after Corona, everything changed.
Yeah.
It changed. Like it didn't change for the good; it changed for the worse. But what do? We have to make lemonade with it. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's how it is. You
Yeah,
just
that's
take
how
it,
it is.
twerk it to what it needs to be twerked into, and boom, let's go to work.
Yeah, but I noticed also like if you're not out on social media, a lot of people like things. I have friends that came up to me and people I used to know back in the days in the industry. It's like, yo, Eric, you still a DJ? Do you still do your thing?
Yeah.
You still? And that's because I don't post. I don't what do you call
Market
it?
yourself.
Market myself. Because I have my pocket.
Oh, this guy, he knows how to market.
He
himself.
knows how
I
to.
He's
suck.
everywhere.
No,
It's
he's
like,
everywhere.
I'm going through the memes. It's like, and he comes up, Eric, hey. I'm like, Eric, you're grinding over there.
He's grinding.
Man,
24th, the 7th of January, you will find me at Tucket, stay on the stream.
It's
I'll
gonna
bring
be
this
lit.
artist, this artist, this
Yeah.
artist, those dancers. It's gonna be
6
nice,
DJs.
right? And you come there, and it's actually nice.
Yeah.
I try, man. I try,
Yeah.
and it's if you don't do it, who's gonna do it? And I do it because I have a passion for it. Unfortunately, I've not lost it yet.
That don't.
And the whole thing is like I'm looking into ventures of doing my craft or what I do into now I'm in Africa. I'm going to go do things there, because I'm looking at the market that we have here. I'm like, okay, here I have to jump so many hoops to get what I need to do. When I go to Africa, I'm just gonna go there. If I'm gonna bring an artist, or if I'm be the one who's gonna be DJing, I have people there who's gonna put me here, put me there, and boom, there people are ready to receive you. You see, so it's really like, okay, what do I need to do to put myself out there?
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You was working regular job.
Yeah,
I would say about 1 year ago, half a year ago. I don't know.
half a year ago.
All right. You was working that job 15 years.
Yes.
And the music scene or the DJ scene or the party scene was kind of a side hustle back then, right? Now it's a full-time hustle.
Now it's a full-time job.
So you got your company.
I got my company, I got my everything. So now I'm building my company to be what I want it to be. I've taken the mantle to decide my own fate where this is gonna take me. And I wish I had did this long time ago, because before Corona maybe I would have been somewhere, But it's never too late, And it's a journey. I'm getting now deals that I've called you a few times.
Yeah.
I don't want to spill the beans.
You can spill the beans
No,
here.
no,
It's
because
like-
I don't want to tell.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't spill
shouldn't.
the beans.
Until everything.
Every time this is the guy. Sometimes I call you, right? Regarding certain things, right? And you're like, are you sure about this guy? Who is this guy? And like, do some background check on your end, and I will do on my end.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
I'm the guy. So, I can mention a few people that I've done, but the ones that I've not done, I'm not gonna mention because I don't wanna spook some people and mess it up. So, the doors have been opening. I've done Jason Derulo with a few of my friends. I did Shensia, amazing artists. It was really good, I happened to do the after party for 50 Cent and Tony Yayo. So that was really good, I've done so many reggae artists, dancehall artists, Conscience, Richie Spice, Romain Virgo, Turbulence. The list goes on. Like Ruga, I've been there. I've been to. I've done Yale V. Who else? Is it not Flavor, but Davido? So the list is big, and by then it was a side hustle. So if I had put 100% in this, not just 20%, maybe I would be doing bigger things. But I am doing bigger things because I've called you the few times I've called you with a few artists that I want us to do together, and they're not just small profile people.
No.
They
Some are too big even. It's like,
is
Alex, I got Kanye West. Kanye West? Oh, you really want to touch that? Yeah, me too. All right.
Eric got Kanye West. Kanye West? How the fuck? He got Kanye?
You see, so that's the whole thing, and it keeps on changing. It keeps on changing, and things are becoming even better and better.
Yeah.
So I usually think like sometimes in life, the way they say it, just take the leap of life and just do what you need to do, because we always hold ourselves back in comfortability. I'm comfortable here, you know, I'm afraid. Especially when Corona came, I was like, shit, if I didn't have my day job, what would have happened? You know, fuck it. You will figure it out when that time comes, you know?
You will.
So the whole thing is,
Because when the fridge is empty, you'll work around it.
Yeah.
You make something
you
happen.
make it something happen.
Next morning, you shit.
Yeah, man. You'll go flip burgers and everything else.
That was me. During COVID,
Yeah.
I think it was 268 days. I didn't get a single crown in my account received. Nothing. Because it was COVID. I was the DJ. That's what everything. I tossed everything.
But I think we got fucked.
We got nobody helped us.
Because,
bro,
Alex,
all
Yeah,
my
people, I wasn't in the industry. By
you,
then.
you weren't in the industry. No,
I
like
came after COVID.
my savings.
Depleted. Yeah. We
I
got
only
fucked.
and I was stupid, and I even bought a car during COVID.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, no, I wanted to impress a girl.
Bro.
With that car?
No. Come on. Not that car.
You got a Lamborghini or what did you get? You know?
No, we're not talking
we
about
don't talk about that.
Nah,
Let's
man.
not talk about that.
Damn. You're giving Eric a bad name now.
Don't talk about that.
I've seen your
on you.
car, relax.
Actually, you know, I'll take that back.
You can compete.
But yeah, you know, now you threw me off now. Where were we?
COVID.
Yeah,
Fucked us.
yeah, COVID fucked us because the whole thing is, I paid my taxes. Never did I ever miss a payment.
No.
Never. But when COVID came, we were effed.
Yeah.
We got laid off. I got laid off from my job. So I had to go to NAV, right? And then on top of that, so people who don't know NAV is, like, you have to go on the social system so that you can get money.
NAV is the Norwegian social system.
Yeah. So I went to them and I was like, okay, I have my own business. And this is the amount of taxes that I've been paying. This is how it's been going. This is how much I've been earning. So at least I should be getting something from that side too. They told me, no, you have your day job. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Your business. No, my
You have
friend.
a safety net.
Yeah, because of the safety net is what I'm looking at. Okay, if you would lie and said you wouldn't have that safety net, they will give you money. But if you don't, if
Have the
you're
safety-
honest and say I have this,
But that's not the case because I didn't have a regular job. I had only my business. And they looked into that and was like, okay, for 260 days, I didn't get anything in my account because I had to, like, the whole system, right? I went through the whole system, talked to them, and then, like, day 266, I got some money. And then they were like, we can give you first good. What's the name of that?
Advance?
Advance, yeah.
We can give you advance on some money. And I was like, I bet. Search. I got accepted. Cool. Got them advance. I got the advance for like 6 months. And we weren't good, but we were surviving for 6 months. And I was like, I bet. After those 6 months, they were like, hey, the advance that we gave you, matter of fact, we want that back.
You need to pay that back.
Pay that back. And they gave you like a stupid amount. Gave you like 120 days or something to get that back. It wasn't like you can't pay. This is
Power
offense.
to the people. Alex is talking to his villagers. The village, the village chief.
let's do a 2 minutes, right?
All right, let's do a pause. All right, we're back. We're back. Yeah, so we last time we spoke before the break, we were talking about COVID.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
COVID was special. We all got the shots that we didn't need.
I actually didn't want the shots.
You didn't want to shot.
I had to travel, but I had no other choice. So I was like, oh, shit.
I have like a mother-in-law
Yeah.
who is really like scared of this COVID situation.
Yeah.
And when the COVID was in the worst period, she didn't want to come and help us because I had 2 twins and we needed help. And she didn't want to come because I didn't have the
shot.
vaccination. And then I did the
So
shots.
you were haram.
I was haram. And we needed the help, you know. And I'm all right, I'll do the shots.
You
And I
needed to
couldn't
go halal.
lie
No.
that I had taken the shots.
Yeah, because
And
you don't want
then
that on.
She got sick and something would happen. I had to live with that for the rest
Oh,
of
no,
my
no, no.
life. I couldn't take
You
that
can't
chance,
take
man.
Man, these mothers-in-law.
Man. Yeah, COVID was a motherfucker. Damn. But it feels like it was so long ago now. Looking back at it, it feels like it was yesterday, but at the same time, so far.
Yeah, it went by like that.
But I think it was the best time ever because you sat down and you called yourself for a small meeting, look at your life. You thought about how your future is going. You thought about friends you have, friends who don't call you, you know. And it was like a time to recollect.
Yeah.
And actually deep inside you, you got to figure out what you are, who you are, and, you know, figure out your life, basically.
Yeah.
You
So,
know?
Eric, who are you?
There you go.
Talk about yourself.
Well, I'm Eric, or DJ Eric, or they call me Mafaranga.
You know, that's something people sometimes confuse me and Eric.
I
Yeah,
would
DJ
imagine.
Eric.
Yeah.
Is that you, DJ Eric? No, that's another DJ.
That's
They
the other-
pronounce it Mafaranga.
Yeah, Mafaranga is a nickname. And this nickname came when I started DJing. Actually, my story about DJing is so weird and
Please
so funny.
go.
So, I moved to Norway from America, and I came to Norway, and my best friend in America, we used to be dancers, and we used to go to the clubs, and when you go to the clubs, they would see us, and this started back in Kenya. And then we moved to America. We still continued with the whole dancing and everything else. We'd go to the clubs and they would see us in the line. They'd be like, hey, come. Because they know when we come in, we're going to be dancing. People are going to be like, you know, we create a circle and everything else. And people would be like engaged and everything else. So there's a club that we went to, me and my friend, and they didn't treat us right. We didn't like it. And
This was in Norway or
this
in
was America.
America.
Where
So
in the States?
I was in Minnesota. So, and...
Scandinavian area.
Yeah. Scandinavia, a long time.
Minneapolis?
Minneapolis. So, and we were like, my friend was like, you know what, Eric, you know, this DJing thing is not so difficult. We know all the music and everything else, you know? Why don't we start learning how to DJ? I'm like, you learn how to DJ, I'll support you. So he started doing his own thing. He started collecting CDs and everything else. So we had a booklet, we fixed everything. So he bought this equipment for DJing and everything else. So every time he's DJing, I'm just looking at him. So, and then it came the time for us to go out there and try our art because we've been bedroom DJs for a while now. So we have the confidence. So I was like, we know a lot of people. The moment we're going to say that we're doing an event, we're doing our own party, people will come. And long and behold, people started coming. So I used to stand at the door. And I'm standing there, I'm telling people, this is where the party is. And, you know, in America, they have these parking lots. Like a huge one. So everybody who's coming out, they park their car at this huge parking lot, and then they come out, and the club that we had picked was just outside the parking lot. So I was talking to people. I was just telling people, come in. It was free entrance. Come on, you have nothing to lose. Just try the whole thing.
If you don't like it, you go
And
out.
then my guy, Eddie, is there playing the music and everything else, and that's how he became a DJ. So fast forward, I came to Norway. So when I came to Norway, I was like hustling, trying to find jobs. So I was working at S2E6. So I was flipping burgers over there. And then my ex-wife at that time, got employed to work at this bar. So when he was working at Willie's bar,
Yeah.
so she was working there. I was working at Schleppen, and then all of a sudden they opened Max Burger, the first Max Burger in Norway. I got employed there. So
Oh, shout out to Max. I used to
Yeah.
work at Max.
Oh, yeah?
in Sweden. Shout out to Max Burgers. Yo, that was one of my first job actually.
yeah.
Was at Max
So
Burgers.
I flipped burgers at Esso there, and then went back to Max Burger. I was doing the cleaning and everything else. And then after that, I would go to the club where my ex was working, and she used to be a bartender. So I used to wait for her because I'm like, I'm not gonna go home and just chill. So every now and then she would throw me a beer or two, and then I'm just chilling. And then they used to play the music. I'm enjoying, you know. I couldn't go crazy. I couldn't dance the way I used to dance because I'm maintaining myself. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, that is so and so's husband.
Boy, yeah.
So I was chilling, and then all of a sudden, I was like, they closed the clubs at 3:00.
Yeah.
So she would be collecting glasses. And I was like, this is taking too much time. So I started collecting glasses to help her so that we can go home early. Because every time they would close, she would collect the glasses, clean them, put them away, and all that stuff. And then it takes time.
Yeah.
So the owner of the place found me collecting glasses. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just helping out. He's like, but why? Who told you to do this? I'm like, I'm just thinking because it's gonna take time before my woman finishes her shift. So I'm just helping. So he was like, okay, you know what? I like this. This is really good. So you continue doing this, and then I'll find something for you. So the first time, I was given 2 beers. I was like, well, it's okay.
It's a start.
And then I started becoming really good. And then he was like, you know what now? What you can do, collect the glasses and put them in the dishwasher and then start it. And I was like, okay, I can do that. So I started that, and then I would get a few kronas here and there, you know, behind the table, which was good for me. I was like, damn, this is good. So I work there, I work here, and then I come work here. So I'm like, this is nice. So one day, one of the DJs did a Foshpit, and he was drunk as hell. And he calls the manager at that time. His name is Ablai. He calls Ablai. He's like, yo, Ablai, I cannot come to work. And then he could hear that this guy is drunk. So I come and I find the manager there. He's stressing. He's calling people. Nobody's answering him because it was a Saturday.
Yeah.
So he's like, he doesn't know what to do. He needs a DJ. So I'm like, yo, Ablai, I didn't tell you I'm a DJ. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm a DJ. He's like, but
I can do this.
I can do this.
this.
He's like, I'm looking for a DJ and you're here? I'm like, yeah. So he's like, okay, go play music. Man, I got into YouTube and iTunes. I was playing one song here, one song there. And because of the background, I know which music is
That
good.
works.
So people were hyping and going crazy about it. And at the end of the night, I was given, how much? 2,000 krona? Oh, man. I was like, damn. 2,000 krona?
For this?
For this?
For this?
For this? I was like, sign me up. He tells me tomorrow is Sunday, we play reggae. Can you play reggae? I'm like, I can play anything.
I can play
What do you mean?
Country music.
I'm like, you tell me what it is, I'm gonna play it. The next day I was there. I went home, I didn't even sleep. I called my guy, Eddie, what's up? What is the name of the program that you use? He tells me. I'm like, okay. I downloaded it.
Virtual DJ.
Virtual DJ. It was virtual DJ.
I know.
I'm there. I'm like playing blah 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 blah. And then so my woman wakes up. I'm like, hear this kid. Am I doing it right? He's like, yeah, you got this. You got this. You can make it. So and that's how DJ Eric was born. So I played there, and they booked me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And what was happening, I was making myself become better in the craft.
Yeah.
Because when you're playing every day, you know,
It's a grind.
You're getting good at it. So long behold, I quit my first job.
Yes.
I maintained the other one because I'm getting good pay here. You know,
You don't go back.
Hey,
Like
you know?
when you get
'Cause
the
I was-
first invoice and
Yeah,
you're like,
I
yo.
was- but then there was no invoice.
When you pocket that first,
Yeah,
it feels good, right?
I'm like, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's $8,000.
That's $8,000.
Bro. This is good.
This is for
So I was like, this is nice. So I got in trouble with the other DJs because they got kicked out.
yeah.
Because here I am, I'm hungry, like you said, I'm hungry as fuck. I'm like, I want to do this. So they were like, you know what? You Eric, fuck you. You come here, you take our jobs and everything else. I'm like, bro, don't hate me.
Don't
because
hate-
the whole thing is, I'm just doing what I can.
Yeah.
You guys, you
You
got
had
the
the
opportunity,
opportunity,
but
you
you
didn't
didn't
take
take
it.
it.
Because 2,000 kroners is actually kind of a low level,
Well, yeah.
right?
But depending on that time, I don't know how
was
long.
10
the-
years ago.
10 years, 2000
and,
was.
and then 2,000 was normal.
it was
Because
I think
now
it was
2,000 is a good deal for a DJ.
2000 is a bad deal for
It's a
DJ.
bad deal.
For me,
For
For
you.
you, it's a good deal. For you,
for me, it's a good deal.
for you, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
For me, at that time, I'm not a DJ, mind you, and I'm just doing this out of like
But would
guesswork.
you say that back then 2,000 was the normal?
No, I wouldn't
No,
say.
they were
Even
getting.
then, it was kind of a
Yeah.
We get
low
more
level,
than 2,
right?
3, maybe 3,
yeah,
5.
Three,
Yeah.
three was the minimal you could get.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
And
like
this-
normal for now.
And this was through invoice.
Yeah.
And me, here I am. I'm getting it clean.
Allegedly.
I was getting it white. I was getting it white, you know? So, and that's how DJ Eric was born. And I stayed there for a while. And then I was made to become the booking manager. I was becoming, and then after that, they opened a new club. It was Opera Bar.
Yeah.
So I was the one running Opera Bar. So, and everything just opened up for me, you know. So I stayed with the guy. So big up Singh for
Yeah,
giving me
for
the
giving-
opportunity. And after that, I don't know what happened with his mathematics here and there, and the club was gone. So I had to go look for somewhere else. That's when I went to Lemongrass. So
You
when,
played there as
yeah,
well.
so when I took Lemongrass, that's the time Afrobeat now opened up.
That was the first time I saw Eric actually, was
But
at Lemongrass.
Lemongrass has been there many years, and it wasn't an Afrobeat place.
No, it was
I would
Caribbean
say,
play.
yeah, kind
was
of Caribbean,
Caribbean.
sometimes
Yes.
reggaeton.
Dance hall,
Yeah.
reggaeton, that was the vibe back in the days. That was the vibe. I remember I used to go to Lem because then you played dance hall.
Yeah.
You played dance hall, I remember
That's
that.
the time dancehall and reggae
You
was
played
really big.
dancehall. And I came to Oslo and I came from I came from Stockholm back then. I came from Stockholm and like for us dancehall and was a thing. Like we didn't only dance if it was dancehall. I came
Yeah.
from that. And when I come to Oslo, I couldn't find nowhere. Like I couldn't find
It was
any club.
Jäger was Tuesdays. Was,
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah,
was-
that was the only place back
Yeah,
then. Yeah,
back then.
So-
but Lemongrass was kind of it became more Afrobeat. Now it's completely Afrobeat. Would you say?
I haven't been
Or
in
I
a
don't
long
know.
time. I think they even move, and I don't even know where
It's
where they are.
it's gone.
Turn
now.
off your phone.
Yeah,
Eric.
man,
What the fuck is this?
My bad.
Yeah, lemongrass.
So lemongrass, I got into there, and the first event that I did was Not Till First of Mine, Labor Day,
In Lemongrass.
and it was on a Wednesday, and I didn't know I had that kind of power because when I put out the event, I had almost like 500 people. It was super packed, and me. When I talked to the guy who was running the place, I told him, you just pay me 4,000. I'm good. I don't need to take entrance. Because I was afraid. I didn't know how the night was going to be.
No, you had no.
So I was like, you know what? You just pay me.
It's good to start with
Yeah.
that.
So little did I
Strategically
know,
smart.
the place got so packed. It was super packed. I was like, this is crazy. And it got packed. And that time was that
How long
time.
ago was this?
I would say 2012.
Was it that long time ago?
Yeah.
So the Afrobeat scene was big in Lemongrass in 2012 as well.
Yeah, but that time it was dancehall, reggae, and the azonto. You know.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was thinking we're talking about 4 or 5 years ago. But
Yeah.
No,
alright,
no,
okay.
no. This
Yeah.
was 20. I think I
So
saw you
this
first
is-
time 2013, 2014. I
Yeah.
think it was the first time I.
So by that time, it was the people the DJs were really big at that time was DJ Simo.
Yeah.
And Andy
Andy.
and Benjamin Dollar Smile
Yeah.
were the ones who were doing the big.
These guys know what they're talking about.
So that time, my competition was these guys. So all of a sudden, this guy from America is coming and he's doing all these things, and they're like, "Who's this guy?" So I was the guy, and then for me, I took everybody. You're a DJ. You know work? Yeah, come. Let's work together. So I took everybody. Come. I'll give you the platform. You know, you play here because it was 2 dance floors. the main dance floor and the back dance floor. So I used to take the main because I don't know how you're gonna play. So if you bore people, they come to the main dance floor. And this was a restaurant, like your place. And then they would take all the seats out, and then everybody would come in. So, and that's how it is, you know.
That's how Eric MFA.
Yes,
'Cause
music
that's
for all.
how I know Eric is Eric MFA
Yep.
MFA.
was born.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's how DJ Eric
Because
was born.
I remember MFA were a group. How many people were on one time? Was you, Chris?
It was me, and then I brought in Chris.
Yeah,
And then I brought in 3 other guys.
3 other guys.
So the 3 other guys, they didn't make the cut. So Chris really, he was pushing.
He was hungry.
He was hungry. He was like, Eric, yo, you know, let me show you what I can do. I'm like,
Fashion Chris.
I'm like, I don't know about this.
But you admire the hunger.
I admired his anger. You know, he was like really wanted to do this. And then all of a sudden, I was like, you know what? Let me give this guy a chance. And then, boom, he was like, he listened. And I told him X, he did X. He didn't want to do X, Y, Z. So that was nice with me because the whole thing is, you're gonna have one boss, not 2 bosses. So it went well. So DJ Chris was born then. And now he's who he is right now because of Lemongrass and what we did, you know. So big up to him for staying with MFA, you know. And now he's doing his things.
He's doing his thing.
Yeah. So, and that's how DJ Eric was born. You know?
Let me go a little bit back. How did you get to the States?
I had a
Because
friend.
you're from Kenya.
I'm from Kenya. So it's a funny story. I got kicked out of Norway.
You got kicked out of?
Yeah.
Wait. What's going on here?
You got kicked out.
From Kenya to Norway to the States, back to Norway? What happened here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So I came to Norway to study, and then my visa ended. So when my visa ended, I got into school. When I got into school, they told me I have to apply it from Kenya. And I was like, no, this is not gonna happen. So I told them like I'm supposed to start in August. And then I think it was in May or June, and they were like, no, you have to go back, apply from back in Kenya, and then come back. So I was like, oh, fuck, how am I going to do this? So I overstayed because I had the correct papers and I had the stipend, you know, I had the scholarship and everything else. And the immigration were like, no, fuck you. You need to go back, like we said. So I was given 14 days. So they gave me ultimatum. Either you go or we give you 2 officers that are going to take you back home. I was like, you know what? But then I used to sell beads like these ones. So I sold beads.
Like in Malaga.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see those guys? So in school, it's crazy.
You just put it on the wrist,
Yeah.
and then it's
Yeah.
like, then pay me.
But
right?
me, when I was in school, in my room, I used to hang, I had a black cloth, and then I used to hang them all inside there. And then I would have people come into my room. I'm like, I think I have beads that will look good on you. You need to come to my room and I show you. So they will come, and I'm like, see, this looks good on you. Wow, this is amazing. And that's how I made my money to pay for my ticket to go back. And I got the letter.
When you say back, you say Kenya?
Kenya. So I got my letter for 14 days to leave the country. So I had no other choice. So I looked for tickets. I couldn't travel from Norway because it was expensive. So I went to Sweden. So I went to Sweden and took my flight from Sweden back to Kenya. So when I went to Kenya, a friend of mine was there back then. And you know, when you go back to Kenya or you go back to Africa from abroad, everybody thinks you have
Ooh,
money.
money.
Yeah.
You know, you're
white.
Yeah, you made it.
You
know?
made it.
So they're busy looking at me like, yo, Eric, what's up here? Europe, you know, yeah, buy drinks. I'm like, by that time, when I bought my ticket, I had only like, I think, 450 krona in my pocket. That's all. So I remember when I came home, my mom looked at me and she was like, it's okay, my son. Don't worry. Things are going to fix themselves. Me, I'm like, oh, this is a shame, man. I'm like, fuck. So a friend of mine came to visit from America that I went to school with him. And nobody knew about my story. So we went out And when we were out, I told him my story. And he was like, man, don't stress about this. What you need to do, come to America. I'm like, how? I'm like, I'm about to graduate. So I'll send you the invitation and then you can come to America. I'm like, really?
And this was which year approximately?
2006, 2006.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had stayed in Kenya for 6 months because I was done with school in 2005. So I met him in 2006 when he came back, and then it worked. He went. I thought it was a hoax. You know, big up Cyrus for hooking it up. He went back to America and sent me the invitation. I went to the American embassy, and the American embassy was like, okay, my guy, what are you gonna go do in America? I'm gonna go visit. Okay, who are you gonna visit? So and so. And then what do you do in Norway? I'm like, I'm in school there. I study there. So after this, I'm done in America. I'm gonna go back to Norway and do my studies.
Why Norway?
Yeah. So
Why did you have Norway like in this? How did Norway come?
because I had an ex, you know.
All right. Okay. Continue.
Yeah.
All right.
So long behold, there. Big up. She opened the doors for me. So thank you for doing that. So the embassy bought my story, and I got a visa to go to America, and that's how my life changed.
So you went to America, you studied in America.
No, I
No?
went and started working there
You still working in
Yeah.
America?
Minneapolis.
in Minneapolis
How long were you there?
for 7 years.
7 years?
6 years. 6
All
years.
right.
Yeah. So it was the best experience I've ever had. It taught me so much.
Because Minneapolis is kind of a
Well, like-
what they would compare to a kind of a Scandinavian type of city in
Yeah.
America.
Really
There are
cool.
a lot of Swedes, a lot of Norwegian heritage there.
Yeah.
Minnesota is known for that. And it's kind of the same climate as Oslo,
Yeah.
kind of, no?
It's
So you're
windy.
used to,
but it's the snow, everything is almost the same. The only thing it's flat.
Yeah.
So when
wind.
winter comes, the wind
Shit.
is crazy.
Yeah.
It's messed up, you know, and yeah, it's really beautiful.
Yeah.
It's called the land of 10,000 lakes, so it's really beautiful place. You know, like the locals there are amazing.
Was it stressful for you to be in? Can I ask you,
Yeah.
when you were in Minnesota or in America, did you have the papers in order?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I fixed
But
it.
was it stressful being there at the time?
In the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was afraid like things are not gonna happen the way that I want it to happen. But the good thing is like if you have really good friends
Yeah.
who are gonna tell you what's up, you know, they really helped me because they were like, here's the land where you can get anything you want.
Yeah.
You can buy anything you want. So long as you have a credit card, you can just swipe it.
Money talks.
Money talks. No, credit card talks.
And
But you have to pay.
You have to pay. Yeah.
And how was the tensions? Was it? Did you feel like because you were an African that you had some limitations, or how was it?
You know, they say Kenyans are the best imitators. So when I moved there, I moved like an American. So even the way that I spoke, I tried to change the way that I speak. You know, the African accent had to go a little bit, you know. So I had to fit.
Really?
Yeah, I had to fit in the whole
The whole
thing.
Yeah.
When I moved to Norway, I forgot about the whole American accent. I was like, that's gone.
Yeah.
You know. So the 20, you know, it was 20.
Yeah.
You know, a quarter and everything. You know, I would say
Yeah.
pronunciation was on another level. So I had to fit into the whole picture. You know.
Because they have so much influence in Minnesota, they even say "ja." You know that? They say "ja" because of the Norwegian heritage. They say yes, of course, but you can feel the Norwegian and Swedish influence in
In it.
Minnesota. Ja, ja.
Ja.
They talk like this.
Whoa. Word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had no idea.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's another climate over there right now. I think Minnesota right now. I don't think. Do you think? Would you want to go back to Minnesota as it is today, with ice and?
On a real note, I would never want to go there.
Yeah.
I would
America
only
as
go
whole.
there to visit
Yeah.
as a tourist,
Yeah.
to go spend, enjoy myself, and get out. But
Yes.
to live in America again, never.
Why?
It's not worth it.
It's not worth
You
it.
work
Money-wise?
like you work like a pig.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Okay.
know, your rights are violated. Forget
Really?
about yeah.
How?
You look at ICE now. It's really messed up. You know,
Did you feel the tension as a black man?
like
So now
on
the
a
ice
daily
is
day.
worse, you would say?
it's messed up. Even ICE when I was there, it was not like that. You know, I got pulled over one time
By ice.
no, by a state trooper, and I was speeding, but I was not speeding. But the way he put it out, he came because my friend Eddie had gotten a Lincoln Navigator, and it's a big car, and by that time. Those cars were associated with drug dealers. If you're African American,
Yeah,
you know, if
of
you're
course.
black,
Of course, driving
see you in
SUV.
a SUV,
Black?
you fit the description.
Yeah, of
You see?
course.
So I got pulled over and I was fined like $200 for a ticket.
Yeah.
I was testing the car could fly. I'm not gonna lie. I was
So it's not a bit.
I was excited, but it was my first ticket
Yeah.
that I ever got in America.
Yeah.
So normally, if it's your first offense, they cut you some slack, and it's only speeding. This guy, oof,
No, he was mad.
furious. He was
mad.
You know, where's your papers? Where's this? Where's this? And I'm like, relax, bro.
I'm good.
Everything is here.
Yeah.
Here you go. Ticket. Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah.
Did you feel other tensions with other ethnicities? Like were there more with the whites or the blacks in America? Because I heard that the tensions are pretty big between Africans and African Americans.
What happens is like
Or would you see
it
anything?
depends on where you live. So where I stayed in Minneapolis, I stayed in St. Paul, and the place that we stayed at was upper class. You know, so I didn't quite experience that kind of vibe
From who?
from
Anybody.
from anybody.
Okay.
And the good thing about it is like, the good thing about me, I'm talkative. You know, I'll make friends just like this.
So your personality
Yeah, my
is what
personality would really
decides
it would decide
your faith.
because most of the people like who live there, when they meet people, they have this assumption this guy is like this before. So when they're approaching you, they approach you with a negative vibe. But me, when I approach you, I'm approaching you like another human, like somebody
respect.
who with respect. So you give respect, you get respect back. But there's currents over there. You're gonna get people who are full of shit, who are like in Norway too.
So
Racism is hidden.
So in general,
Yeah.
you had a good experience.
I would
No problems,
yes,
like besides this state trooper.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my time in America. While it was the best that I could ever think of. You know, I have no recollection whatsoever of having,
And have you ever had plans to moving back to Kenya?
Yes,
So you do.
yes.
That is your end goal, huh?
That's my end goal. I'm not gonna be shoveling snow in Norway.
I think most Africans' end goal is that.
Yeah,
My end goal is to move back to Africa also.
Is it?
My parents just moved back to Africa.
Alex, we need to move to
four,
Africa,
4
bro.
years ago, they moved back to Africa.
He said that I would love Africa.
I
Big
think
time.
You had the opportunity to go with me to Ghana. We talked about this.
I'll live. Hey,
Hey,
tell me when. And I'll be
I,
there.
I know that,
Bro.
But I think the
I
end
think
goal.
the time that we take him there, you're gonna be on another level.
But I've noticed this is a thing that I've noticed mostly with my African friends that I know that comes from some African countries, not all of them, but most of them. Their end goal is to get back to Africa. And I feel like a lot of immigrants that is here, I think their end goal, if they had an opportunity to go back to their home country, I think most of them would.
Yeah.
Depending off, like sure
Because
enough,
if you have money in Africa, life is so good.
It's really good.
And it's kind of like that for us who are Eastern Europeans as well.
right.
Some of us have this desire to live with the Norwegian wealth that we created back there, because then you're a big fish in a small pond, economically wise.
Yeah.
But in Europe, it's kind of being equalized more and more. So when you go to like a big city in Eastern Europe, some places are more expensive than Oslo. So you don't get that. Although there's some culturally things that I admire. and would make me consider moving back. But now I have like kids.
That's the thing. Like when
And I
people
have-
have generations.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
many kids. It's like, all right, how should I whip them out of this Norwegian culture? They don't even speak my parents' language either.
Yeah.
So,
Shame
it's-
on you.
but the mother is Norwegian, so it's difficult, you know.
No, I speak Swahili at home. So
You do?
Yeah, yeah. But then I suck a little bit because sometimes I get carried away. But they speak really good English, you know. But I've been working on, you know, they understand sometimes when I'm talking to them. They understand the Swahili, and I just keep on pushing, whether they
You
like
do?
it or not.
How old are they?
They're old enough to understand. You know, I have a 12-year-old and 11-year-old, so they
Okay.
understand when I talk to them. They're like, okay, they understand it. Sometimes they're like, "What did you say?" I'm like, I repeat it in Swahili and I will repeat it in English.
Nice.
I never repeat it in Norwegian. And at home, they never speak in Norwegian to me. They always switch it and speak English to me.
That's the same thing
I'm
with
gonna say, I'm sorry, Eric, but there's like some things they understand. They're not understanding what I'm saying, but they're hearing me curse,
Yeah,
and I curse in Hungarian.
yeah.
And they're like, "That is cursing again."
He's pissed.
he's pissed.
Yeah, he
He's
said that
real.
word. You know? So
So some Hungarian they know.
You know?
Yeah, and to count to 10.
Yeah?
That's.
but I usually see, like, you know what happens is this: if you happen to move, like say in 5 years, they're like when they get to 18 years old, they're government property, right? So you can
Yeah, this is African.
Yeah.
This is so African. Like 18 and you're out of here.
You're outta
No
here.
generational wealth for you, motherfucker.
no. It's like you government property now. When you get arrested, I'm not getting, bro. I'm not going to jail for you. You serve the time, you know. But my thinking is,
Get out of here.
yeah. So,
You're on your own, bitch.
yeah. Why should I? You know? Hello.
Talk to the government.
Yes. It's like, Daddy, I need talk to Nav. It's like, I'll tell them what my dad told me
know,
once.
man.
What is mine is mine.
Yes.
Find yours. This is mine. And when I die, I'll make sure I've used everything.
Yeah, it's like,
You know?
For me, it's kind of the motivation to put my children up on a higher level. I don't know if I'm doing them a good favor or a bad favor, but it's kind of my mentality, you know? I need to give them generational wealth. This is my whole
Yeah.
goal. And my
Don't get
whole
me
struggle,
wrong.
but
Don't
yeah.
get me wrong. We should do that because the whole thing is what is supposed to be is like you're supposed to live the life that your parents didn't give you. So your kids are gonna live a better life than you gave them, and the generational wealth is supposed to be given to them on a sipping, not a whole kind of way.
Yeah, of course.
A sip, you know, enjoy it,
agree on that.
Yeah, a small bit by bit, because the whole thing is, if you look at the kids of today, they're getting
Spoiled.
everything, everything. Back in the day, you used to have one toy, and you're so happy about it. You're
Yeah,
like,
now
"Oh."
they're like ripping papers
Yeah.
up at Christmas Eve and don't even care
Yeah,
about it.
they're like-
we actually talked
yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
And I look at it, I put effort in that gift, all right?
You know?
And they're like,
And they're like,
it's
like
nothing. you
they're
know?
looking at you like, what? iPhone 15? You know?
17 is out.
Yeah, it's like 17 is out. What is this?
What's 15?
Imagine.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of like thing we are dealing with. And the reason why I'm thinking like moving back to Africa would make a sense of moving back to your country is like when you move back and they have to visit you, they have to bring their grandkids to you. So it makes them have to come to
Yeah, it
Hungary,
have to.
you know? So whether they have a choice or not, you'll be like, bring the kids. I need to see the grandkids. You see? So they get their culture back in another way.
The problem is that I would assume that if you move back, they will treat you or kind of accept you as a Kenyan. Me, they look at me as Norwegian. In Norway, they look at me as kind of a something in between.
Yeah.
I was born here, so Norwegian with a
Twist.
twist, you know,
With some flavor.
with some flavor.
Yeah.
But that's different because when you meet people here, what do people consider you as?
They don't think actually I'm from Kenya.
No, what do you think?
They think I'm Ghanaian, Gambian,
Yeah. Even when you speak?
even when I speak, you know. So even when I go to Kenya, people think I'm Nigerian.
Yeah, because you look very Ghanaian.
Yeah.
You look
You
very
have kind of a West African
Yeah.
vibe.
And even the dressing, the way I dress, I don't dress like my tribe. My
Yeah.
tribe, they don't dress the way I try. It's like I usually say, Mom, you
Eric,
know,
don't lie. I've seen one of your suits.
you know.
I've seen that suit with the colors.
I just Congolese, you know.
I've seen that suit. But here's different, you know. For me,
I call it African Gucci, you know.
when people meet me, they see me as Swedish.
But you,
I'm Swedish, and people say ice. They're like, yeah, the Swede,
But
Eric.
it's because of the accent.
It's the way I speak.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I play hockey and do
Yeah,
snowboard.
yeah.
Like,
I
before
snowboard
you,
too.
I meet you, before you start open your mouth, yeah, I can feel like, okay, he's an African fellow. But when you open your mouth, you forget about it immediately.
People forget that-
And I look at you as a Swede.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course you're a black fellow, but
yeah.
but still you're kind of a Swedish guy.
People consider me as a Swede, and even though like sometimes when I played Afrobeat, and they were like, "Eric, come on, you're Swedish. Huh? Play something you're good at." I'm like, "Nigga, like, come on."
It's like you're insulting me.
Yes, I'm
You
still
know?
black.
Yeah.
Fuck. But people consider me as a Swede.
Shit.
Yeah, it's been like that but that's only Norway. In Sweden, I'm African as fuck.
Really?
Yeah, in Sweden I'm African, but in Norway I'm Swedish. They don't even consider me black.
The way you talk.
I think it's
But
the
you have a silver tongue as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Eric. I gotta give you that. You do have. You have a melodic, you have a nice presence about you, and you have a good character as well. And the way people talk about you, the feedback I get is very good. They feel like you are a guy that good heart and kind fellow. So you should take that with you.
Yeah, I do that, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that very, very much.
And that's why you're Swedish.
That's
you know?
why I'm Swedish, right?
They're not afraid to get robbed by another.
I should actually be. You should actually
People
be.
lend me their cars. Like, yeah, you need a car.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, Nah, I think it's all about.
Then you're Swedish.
The upbringing, you know.
Yeah.
If your parents did a good job, you know, kudos to them, because it's really hard to find somebody growing up in Europe
Yeah.
and having good manners and having the ability to be like the way you are. You know, I am the way I am because I lived most of my life in Africa and I was brought up with these values that
Yeah.
I have. You know, look at the kids of today. Unfortunately, look at the Somalians. Sorry to say that, but the Somalians that are growing up in Europe, majority or some of them, they are lost.
Would you feel like they are ruining things for you?
No. Nobody's gonna ruin anything for me. I decide my own shit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if there's some stigma, you said that.
I feel like they're sorry for interrupting,
Yeah,
but
no
I feel
worries.
like they're those Somalians that we talk about. I feel like they're ruining it for other Somalians.
Yes.
That's
and not for you guys.
No.
No,
Not at all.
no,
No.
because in some messed up ways, people differentiate the Somalians from West
Yeah.
African or East African or
Completely.
Central completely.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's like we're all Africans, but I feel like the bad apples, if we can use that language, is messing up for other people. Because I know a lot of good Somalians out there, but they're like, and I understand where you come from because like I know a lot of people have the same thing. I got robbed by Somalians, like. And I know, like, I think they're fucking up for other. They're not fucking up for the rest of Africans,
Yeah.
but they're fucking up for other.
Not all of them
Somalians.
are shitty, you know, because if you go to Minnesota, I applaud them.
Yeah, actually, Minnesota.
Let's talk about Minnesota and Somalians because that's a hot
Yeah.
potato.
They're on another level.
That's a hot. But
Do you know in Minnesota they have like Groenland,
Yeah.
the way they have it here, but there they own it. Here they are renting, maybe, or whatever it is. There they own the streets. They own the freaking street. They work 24/7.
That's a good thing, no?
It's the best thing. It's like they give examples. Wait, the Somalians. You look at Trump now. He hates them because, you know, they use their brain.
Really? Is it because of that?
Man,
If what you're saying is true, I
they
wouldn't.
swindled the government with good money. And most
You're
of
saying
it,
one thing at the
well,
first
they
and
use
then-
their
and then-
brains to swindle the government.
the whole thing is this: if they would use that capacity of swindling here in Norway, you can imagine where they would be, bro.
I don't want to. I
Yeah.
don't want to. I don't want to go into that territory because, like, Now we go. I'm tossing hot potatoes. But imagine this: they say that the Somalians in Minnesota, for example, are using the government and swindling the government. But when you
Like
have,
they should.
yeah. But you
The
have.
fuck is
But,
this?
but listen. You have some community in the Bronx, and the people I'm talking about are not black. There are some Hasidic Jews, and it's been found that there are also swindling and taking a lot of
I
money from
wouldn't
the
be
government.
surprised.
But they don't get tossed out.
No.
But the Somalians get the bad rep.
Yes.
Right? And that's the double standard of it.
It is.
because,
Look at
like,
Epstein. He swindled the government big time.
Big time. But we're
Big
not
time.
talking about the Epstein. We're talking like, I'm going to go there. We're talking about like some communities in America where that has been an issue, right?
Yep.
And
I don't know about the Hasidic Jews, but the Hasidic Jews, I wouldn't be surprised. But they are a kind of a.
but they do
Again,
the same thing. They have their own fire department. They have their own
Yeah,
police.
but actually the Hasidic Jews, they do the same in Israel as well. Because of it's kind of a religious thing for them. So
Okay.
A swindle is a swindle. Whether
A
it's
swindle is
Somalian
a swindle.
or it's from a Jew.
Yeah. But I'm saying like this is maybe a cultural thing. I'm saying
Yeah.
maybe the Hasidic Jews and the Somalians in this example have some cultural elements to them. I don't know. All right, listen. In Israel, the Hasidic Jews don't join the army either. They don't join political things. They're like
They can be separated.
they have like certain.
They don't want to share the
exemptions.
money. The money is theirs.
Oh, that's the Ashkenazi Jews.
Aha.
That's a.
Bro, you well informed, man.
But because, yeah.
Hasidic Jews are more elementary, if I can say that.
Yeah.
So they don't use like electricity on certain days.
Yeah.
So
are
they
very
go green.
Yeah, those are the ones with the hair here. Yeah.
that's what it tells me.
Not all with the hair here, but they have the hair here as well.
Yeah.
So they are exemption in Israel as well because of their belief. It's like crazy Stone Age
Yeah.
religion, right? Not Bronze Age actually, but yeah, all right. Maybe there's some cultural elements to it, but okay, let's take the Somalians. We are talking about
yeah.
the Hasidic Jews, the Somalians. It's kind of a pattern all over, isn't it? Wouldn't you guys say?
All over the world.
Diaspora.
Diaspora.
Nah.
I wouldn't say that. Like, if you go to, you have Somalia and you have Somaliland. All right, and they're not the same people,
Beautiful
but
women, though. Hey.
but the same
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
culture
I second
extended,
that.
right? And the different, if you go to Somaliland, you can actually go, and when it's prayer time, you can leave out like all the stores. They just leave and go for prayer.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Nothing is gonna
nothing
be
happened
touched.
to them.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't touch anything because the respect is there, right? But then you have Somalia that has been terrorized, and that country has been demolished by America, right? And they haven't had the opportunity to build it up. So when you leave to another country and you don't have the infrastructure and you don't have the background to teach and help these youth, you will have youths outside Greenland with knives, right? And you will have youths in Minnesota with knives, and you will have youths in everywhere with knives.
Actually, in Minnesota, there's no
knives?
No.
Okay, then.
There, they are focused, like really focused.
Yeah.
It's all about getting that money.
Yeah.
You see, and they're not doing the whole sell. They're like, how can I get to work to fix this, to do this? I can open my own business. I can, something like that. And no offense to the Somalians in Scandinavia or anything like that, but I think here they're more relaxed. They're like, and they can do whatever they feel like, and the strafbat or whatever it's called, when you get sentenced, is not that much. It's not that crazy, right? In America, you fuck up, you'll see the hand of the law.
You'll find out.
See? So here, it's a little bit lenient, and also I usually think, like, it's all about the culture. Unfortunately, they cannot take their kids back to Somalia. They take them back to go do this stupid, not let me call it stupid, but to do this madras, everything else. But they do it in a really harsh way. They can do it in a really good way, that they learn the culture, they learn their ways and everything else, that you're supposed to do it in the right way, right? And Kenya has been taking Somalians for a really long time, And
How is it there?
it's really nice. We live hand in hand. We live like they're our brothers, you see? So culture is really important. If you have culture and you have your roots, it's very hard for you to deviate.
I would agree.
to
Culture is the
deviate
most
from-
important.
Yeah. So what happens, when you come to Europe, you have kids in Europe and they're lacking their roots.
Yeah.
They don't have their culture. So they become lost sheep. So, like for me, my kids, I take them to Kenya every opportunity that I get. Once a year, I have to take them there to get entwined and get into their culture and practice their culture to the point where when they come back here, they remember, oh, I'm not Norwegian. I am Norwegian, but I am not Norwegian. I am Norwegian 100%. I am Kenyan 100%. You know, there's no half and half. Because when you become half and half, then what are you half of? You have to be 100% of this and 100% of that. You know? Because when you tell somebody you're half, there's something missing. But when you're 100%, I tell my kids, you're 100% Kenyan, and you're 100% Norwegian, and you're 100% American. So in their heads, they have to always think like that. You know? But now, you have lost sheep here who are growing up. They're not Norwegian, they're not accepted, but they don't have no culture to go back home to.
I would agree. Like that's a kind of a beautiful way to put it, especially the 100% Norwegian in the Norwegian viewpoint, that they feel like this is my home.
Yeah.
And vice versa also with Kenya. So they feel like that their home as well. Yeah, culture does matter.
Culture does matter.
Any matter you can put it, it will always be the main focus. If the culture is there, you will have kids that grow up in the society and wants to take part of the society. So,
Definitely.
So maybe that's the thing that's lacking a little bit.
Culture.
Culture.
It's the most important thing. And when it's missing, you find loopholes, you know, because you're jumping from one to the next. Do I fit here? No. Do I fit here?
No.
You find somebody is trying to fit in both places. You see? Like when I met you, like when even today when I told you, I can put you around 100 men or cultural, like Africans or Indians or whatever, and you'd fit in because you grew up in a setting that was full of culture. But if you grew up in a place where you're just like Hungarians only, you know, this is your own sect, then you find it really difficult. Like Indians, you know, Indians, they don't want to mingle outside their culture. The ones
Chinese
who
also.
Yeah. You see, they don't want to intermarriage. They don't want to do that, which is really messed up because you're living in a country that is not your country, but you're trying to hold on to your own beliefs, but you don't want to migrate. Or
That's a good thing you're like pinpointing over there, because the Chinese in America, they are really like into their culture, kind of isolated. The Jews, the same. And the Africans are not as much.
no.
And you see how the income level is a kind of a huge gap.
Yeah.
So the Chinese are on a much higher level than the African Americans, although Africans are higher than African Americans.
Yeah.
Because that I feel
Isn't
like
that strange?
it's the same thing that my father told me. I
So
was
that's
younger.
a cultural thing.
I think so. My father told me when I was younger, we went outside, and I grew up in North Sweden. So it wasn't until like we were traveling. I remember my brother and my sister used to play, and also me. We used to play football, Gothia Cup, right? Every time we'd go to Gothia Cup in Gothenburg. And when we got to Gothenburg, I think the second time I can remember, I had that vivid. Like me and my dad, we went through the streets, right? We saw another black guy. My dad just nodded.
They know the thing.
They nodded.
I would do the same in Ghana or in Kenya.
Right, and I didn't catch that. I saw them. He nodded again. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Do you know that guy? Why do you nod? I didn't understand that. And we go down the road and nod again. And after the fourth nod, I was like, hey yo, Pa,
What's going on?
what's going on? Why?
Do you know these guys?
Why you know this guy? And he's told me it's like no, because as a fellow African. For him to be here means that he has traveled or he has gone through things. Because as an African, to leave your motherland, to come anywhere is difficult. So when I see a fellow black man, I see his struggle and I acknowledge his struggle. That's why you do the nod. Since that, I used nod to every motherfucker.
You're there,
What up?
like, yeah.
Right? And when I see a young guy now and I nod and he just walked past me, I'm like, nigga. Respect your elders. Nod. See my
You
struggle.
get it? Yeah.
I came from Umeå.
Yeah.
I came from North Sweden to Norway. See my fight.
Yeah. You took the bus here, you know?
No, I flew, man. 16 hours. You think about that? Sit on a bus for 16 hours? No, I flew.
Oh my Lord, that's
But
so funny.
it's the thing,
You know,
right?
you're saying this because when I went to Kenya now, I found myself nodding to people, and I'm like, "What the hell?" You know?
And they don't nod back.
They're looking at me like, "What the hell is wrong with this
Why?
guy?"
Yeah.
yeah, because I forgot, and then I'm like, "Okay, boop, boop, back to factory settings.
Yeah.
I'm back home now.
You don't
Stop
have
the
to.
nodding. I don't need to nod.
Yeah.
So and then I chill." You know, but when I come back, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and the whole thing is this: there's the yeah and there's the yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know how that was set. You
No,
know,
no, I know. This is for you looking for somebody younger.
Yeah.
This is you looking for someone older for you. That's the difference between the nod.
All right.
All right, let's take a short break right here, guys.
All right.
And we'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right, we're
Boom,
back.
boom, boom.
We're back.
in the flash.
DJ, bring it back. Okay, so we've been talking a lot about America. Let's talk about Super Bowl. Can I get a Carlsberg? Yeah. Thank you so much. Super Bowl. Did you watch it? The
No.
halftime show.
No, I was making money.
But you know about it, right?
Yeah, I saw the clips though.
You saw the clips though.
Yeah. So I know what happened, but
Yeah. And what did you feel about it?
Well, I saw first the responses,
Yeah.
and I didn't understand the responses in the beginning, but then I was like, all right. The responses were like, "What is this Spanish singing dude doing on Super Bowl?"
Yeah.
And I can, to a certain degree, understand them because Super Bowl is kind of an American thing. It should be a kind of an American vibe over it. Although the Spanish-speaking population is huge in America, and Puerto Rico is actually part of America, so one time it should be excused. It would be different if it was more ethnic than Spanish, another ethnicity to reformulate. But all in all, I watched it and it was very bad. The performance, it was weak, not kind of satisfying, would I say.
You know
which part was weak? Because it was a part of Earth that they were trying to portray, because it was like a part of where they came from, what they've experienced. Because I would say they're trying to elaborate their lifestyle, where it's like it's trying to tell you to understand racism. You know, you also, you're not from here, so you slightly know a part of it. But for them, with the whole sugarcane, with the plantations and everything else, it was a cultural explanation of where they came in from, and even mentioning all the countries that they mentioned or he mentioned. Like also part of the fact that Puerto Rico is part of America. If they don't want to have this kind of people in that land, they should just take it out of the states. Be like, you know what? We don't want to be part of you. So you know what? You can be your own country.
Yeah.
It's a reasonable viewpoint on the matter, but
Because the whole thing is this.
the weak part is
Yeah.
not so much of the performance. He was a kind of a good performer, but the music, I didn't feel it. No, we had this discussion about Bad Bunny, and I feel like Bad Bunny, I thought that Bad Bunny was a cooler artist than he actually is. I even thought I had something on my list.
But you
and
thought
I-
Bad Bunny was J Balvin, or was
Yeah,
it?
maybe I did something because I like the Spanish
yeah, people
vibe.
think
Yeah.
I'm
I
Wesley
do it.
Snipes too.
But I didn't feel
You
the
didn't feel it?
songs at all.
Could it be because it's in Spanish?
No. Oh, I love Spanish music.
Yeah.
I know more Spanish music than you guys put together and this guy. So that's not a thing. I have a lot of music that I listen to, which is in like in reggaeton and in Maluma and J Balvin, all these characters. Way back to Don Omar and Tego Calderon, all these
What
actors.
would
singers.
you if you had to direct it, how would you have put it out?
First of all, I wouldn't choose him to begin with.
No, choose him. He's the one who's been chosen. What would you have him do?
I would do much more an Americanized version because it's in America. The people who are watching are mostly Americans, and they're traditional Americans.
Yeah.
So it should be something in that vibe. I would say even that.
So he wrapped it in to them, like, you know what?
You can
Yeah.
say it like that, but forget about that. There's certain limits. You can go Rihanna, you can go Justin Timberlake, you can maybe go Janet Jackson. I love Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and all these artists, but would say that they shouldn't be there. Yeah.
For me,
Because hip hop is a subculture, and it should be a subculture. Hip hop is not mainstream. It's not cool when it's mainstream. When it's mainstream, I don't want to listen to hip hop no more. So yeah, but it's been kind of a political thing about it.
Yeah. So for you,
I don't like it.
So for you, it's not about it's Spanish. For you, it's the way that it was put out was not put out in the best way.
Yeah, the performance was okay, but the music was bad.
Because the whole thing is what is being put out there is the fact that he sang in Spanish.
Well, if there's some language that should get an exemption from the rule, it should be Spanish.
There you go.
All right. So one time we can forgive it, but for Karen and Joe at home, it was kind of strange.
Because the question
Even
is
when Dr. Dre and Eminem and 50 Cent singing "motherfucker" on Super Bowl, maybe they didn't pronounce the words. Super Bowl should be more wholesome, and I think it's a degrading of the cultures.
ask me what I felt about it.
Eric, what did you feel about it?
Oh, I loved it.
No!
I just want to see MAGA mad. I just want to see MAGA mad. Everything that makes MAGA mad, ooh, it talked to me, baby. I didn't understand the word. I didn't even like Bad Bunny to start with. Honestly, for me, that's my weak point. I wish I were more into Latin music. Like I feel the rhythms.
So
I
you didn't like the music, but you liked the presentation.
I didn't like the music before, right? Because for me it wasn't the music that was spoken to me. But afterwards, when they said
what they
Bad
said.
Bunny,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm here for it. And then I saw people getting mad because they chose Bad Bunny. Ooh, I was here for it. And then I saw the Super Bowl and people was really mad. And then they had like, we're gonna do the All-American Turning Point USA halftime show. Oh, I was loving Bad Bunny. I've been bumping Bad Bunny for a fucking month.
That's good.
Yes,
Yeah.
Cabrón.
You were like, ándale.
Primo. I'm here for it.
Nobody has been more in a Spanish club or Latin clubs than me.
Yeah.
I love the vibe, and the Latin people know that I love the vibe, but it was misplaced.
Yeah, but for me, I loved it because people get so mad. You're not mad. That's not what I'm saying. Not you. I'm talking about the MAGA in America, Turning Point USA. I'm talking about Karen. I'm talking about Joe. Like, they got so mad about it.
I saw that.
They got so mad. I'm like, but
The question
Yeah,
that I
to
would
be
ask,
that mad. Yeah.
to be that mad, it was
the whole thing is, what if he sang in Native American, in Indian? What would they say then? Because that's the national language.
No,
It
America
should be.
actually doesn't
Also,
have a...
It doesn't have
that would
one.
also be an exception.
right? America
Because-
doesn't have a
because let's
national
say
language.
They had
Yeah,
all
it
these
does.
red Indians.
No, it doesn't.
English.
English is not the American national language.
Google it.
Google it. Jürgen, fact check. Does America have a national language?
That's
yes
what
or
Piers
no?
was talking about. But the whole
They
thing
do.
is this.
English is the national language.
It's not.
Yes. On my part, when it comes to Super Bowl,
Yeah.
I think America is built on immigration.
Yeah.
And yes, they have reasons that they should have had an English version of the Espanol, but it does not make no sense. Because look at the economy right now in America. When ICE kicked in, all these Latin America workers that were working there, look at Texas. Every construction, everything is going down. They need people to go there and do the work that these people used to do. The farms, they're going at a loss, right? And why is that? soon food prices are gonna be going skyrocketing high. They are high right
They're
now,
high right now.
and on top of that,
Inflation level is not that high.
it's not that high, but it's coming, because the whole thing is this: the workforce that Karen and Joey cannot do, it was being done by these people. Now, the same thing that happened in the UK when they got out of the European Union is gonna hit them, right? So come back to Super Bowl. Was it right that Jay-Z picked this guy to at least put up the Spanish community where they need to be, right?
All right, I can buy that Spanish is an exception. I can buy even if it was Native Americans, it would be an exception to the rule.
It's the
but
most-
I would also address that America's land of immigration is a popular saying, and it's a kind of what.
Do you
everybody-
agree or you don't agree?
Well, it's certain truth to it, of course.
Because how many cousins, your cousins, are there?
So,
So many.
but it wasn't immigration because, listen, if you immigrate to some place, then there's already an established land, right?
Yes.
So if you have an established land, you go there, you ask for permission, or you
They didn't ask. They took.
you search
You
for
guys
some
took.
applications and you apply, and then you get in, or then you get some kind of approval. To go to some place is immigration. Then there's an established rule, and you can live off the welfare system, or you can work and you can earn money. There's an institution. America, before the Europeans came, wasn't established. There was no America. There was a land. Land with estimated 3 million to 30 million Native Americans, what they call Native Americans, which are also not native. They came from Asia. The Europeans are settlers. There's two different things. Now, there were the Irish afterwards, after the English, the Dutch.
But then I would say the people that migrated from Asia also settled in America, right?
Yeah, that you can say.
But
That
they
you can
didn't.
say.
They
But they
didn't have.
didn't-
They didn't. They, maybe they didn't build. Maybe they didn't build railway. Maybe they didn't build infrastructure. But that's their culture.
They
Their
went green.
culture is moving
You can
around.
say that they settled there, but they didn't settle in a way that the European settlement did, because once they lived in Ohio, once they lived in Minnesota, once they lived in Manhattan, because all these are tribes. So in other circumstances, the conqueror, they delete the names, but the Europeans have remained the names to honor the Native Americans, which is an exemption from any other conqueror around the world. This is kind of a differential, an important differential thing, which is not often talked about. And if you look at the map around America, you see that Wyoming, this is an Indian tribe, that they remained the name to honor them, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't remain so much in a one place. They migrated from place to place to place to place to place.
Okay,
They killed each other. Wait. And when the Europeans came and they conquered the Americas, they settled. They invested in the land. They stayed there for many years. They died there. And when they traveled there, it wasn't like they met Indians on the shore. This is also an important thing. There were maybe some examples regarding that, but they could, a European people coming to Americas could live a life without even meeting an Indian, or what they called an Indian, because that also is a misunderstanding, right? So they could travel through the whole country and never meet an Indian. So that was only land about that time. Until 1776, when the institution, America, the investment, the lives lost to build this land, right? The sacrifices made. This is a huge accomplishment that no other people around the world have done anywhere. And to call them immigrants is it's a low-level approach to the problem. Now, there were the Irish, there were the Italians who came around the 1800s, who were immigrants to what the Dutch, the Americans, or the Germans have already made with the country.
Don't forget the
Especially on
Swede.
Eastern,
Don't forget the Swede.
they came also.
Don't forget us.
And I won't forget them. so
My people.
the investment of building an infrastructure is what matters.
Okay, but peep this then. This is what I wanted to say. All that terminology, I understand that, but this is the point. When the European settlers came in, for a while, they all came together and had a mutual agreement. This is how I have understood the history. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, I don't have all the facts, but what I understood was that they came in, and then they lived in harmony, right? And then you have all the natives that were living scattered, right? And then the Europeans got bigger, and they got more people, and there were more people that migrated to America. And then they said, hey, you get this land and that land and that land. We won't touch that land. That land is yours, right? And then the Europeans depleted all their resources, so they had to move inwards. And then when they moved
They didn't have any kind of resources. What kind of resources did the Native Americans have?
well, they have their land. That's a resource. They have their land.
They didn't, how you say, agriculture the
Yeah,
land.
but that's going
So
back
if
to
you're-
my point.
If you're nomad and you travel from land to land,
Yeah, but that's their culture. Their culture weren't specifically to build, and this is not a question about.
but then,
please, this
sorry.
is not a question about net positive or net negative, because like if you look at the whole picture, America wouldn't be America is today without the Europeans. All right? So that's not what I'm debating. What I'm debating is the reason and the terminology immigrant is still valid, because they immigrated to a land, and why people are going out of their way to call it a stolen
that's
land.
a huge mistake. Because then you have to change the whole map of the whole world. Every conquest, every part of the world, from the Zulus down to South Africa, from the
But
Japanese.
you're talking to the wrong guy right now, because you know me. I want to live in a world without borders.
Then you have to, but then you have to change the whole map of the world, because conquest is real estate.
Please do.
before,
Africans is the first people that want to change the fucking map.
Yeah, all right.
Like
All
we
right,
want
all
to
right.
change all the maps.
But conquest is real estate negotiations before the world became civilized. We conquered.
Yeah.
And some conquered more than others. The European conquered the Americas. They settled, they built infrastructure, and they built infrastructure that nobody can even imagine. The Indians had some bad parts. They were killed by flu or sickness or illness,
yeah,
sorry.
illness, yeah.
And there were sometimes wars between the Native Americans and the Europeans, and sometimes there were negotiations. It isn't, sorry the pun, black and white as you're trying to put it. It was more of a kind of an evolvement of certain circumstances. And think of how big America is. If there's the maximum level that certain people expect, then we're talking about 30 million people, right? 30 million people on that landmass. You know how big that landmass is? All right. So there was no nation there. There was no borders there. There was nothing there. There was no cultivated land either. So, and the low estimation is 3 million. So let's say 15 million, just to
Meet in the middle.
Yeah, just to meet in the middle. Would you say that that is a land, or is there some land? You know the difference?
Yeah.
So let's say Africa now. There are only 3 million people live in whole Africa, living in Uganda. Nobody living in the north part, nobody living in the south part. Let's take that example. That is just land.
But the whole thing is, the way that I see it is like these native people, they were nomads, right?
Yeah.
And they had a vast amount of land, and they didn't think about being like smart in the way that they did things, because they would live here for 2 months. They deplete everything there.
Yep.
They move here. It's green
Exactly.
pastures. It's
Yes.
good.
We
They
start
move here,
over.
start over. Because
Yes.
they lived like that, because it was all good land for them. No matter where they went, they would find fish, they would find animals, they would find everything. Then the settlers came and changed everything and decided, here
is the
is
new
where
rules.
I'm gonna be. Right? So when they
Not
came
like
back,
that, because the Europeans were there already 1496, I would imagine.
But they
Okay.
moved a little bit. Looking for,
1776 was when United States was established.
but that's the whole thing. You see, now what happened, everybody settled and they enjoyed where they were living. Now it became the land of the free and the land of you can live the American dream and everything else. Which brings me back to the Super Bowl. If your daughter was watching the Super Bowl and then people are there booing and then saying whatever they're saying, what would you explain to your daughter, to that person who's singing over there, like, oh, he's not supposed to be there and he's American and he's trying to express himself in his own language?
Yeah, I can agree. I didn't have strong sentiments on it.
Yeah.
So I would, but I can understand that it was bad. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
if it was be Chinese people dancing there,
Yeah.
it would be
It
kind
would-
of
yeah,
too
yeah,
far-fetched.
yeah,
You
yeah.
get me?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
But the thing
Swahili
is,
people.
it
dancing
doesn't
there.
make no sense.
It doesn't make no sense.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Spanish is an exception. Maybe give it one time or two times.
Actually, you
I
know
can
what?
tolerate.
America
I
is
can tolerate
one
that
more,
shit
two
one
times.
more
To be
time.
honest,
Yeah.
Alex, to be honest, actually, Swahili would be also a big, because Swahili is such a big language. Let me tell you something. If you look at the colonization that happened, all these African Americans, they lost their language. The only thing that they kept was part of their heritage.
They lost the language. Swahili is still there.
No. Like back in the day, they had to change. They had to speak English.
English is like kind of the de facto language,
Yeah.
right?
So if you look at the
Or
whole
French,
if
or-
you look at the whole slavery part and everything else, what they did, what they kept was the culture when it comes to drumming, when it comes to music, but the language they lost it
I really lost it.
completely.
Everybody? No, you cannot
everybody
say that.
Everybody.
I know one thing, that only
There's a part.
Ethiopian or Eritrean, they're kind of the same. They had.
They
Actually-
won't say
Well,
that.
no, they won't say that. But all right, forgive
Actually-
me. But all right, I'm putting them in the same category because
The language. Let's say there are the same language category. Habesh.
what
yeah.
happened?
But what I'm trying to say is they had a written language.
Yeah.
Yes.
The rest of Africa didn't have a written language.
That's
There's the only exception. So when you went to Ghana, when you went to Gambia, when you went to Kenya, they didn't have a written language.
No.
That's why English became also a kind of a easy way to have like a universal language.
They had
But
a
I
language,
I
but they
don't
could not write it because I speak my mother tongue. But the whole thing is this: back then we couldn't write it, but we could speak it. And the fact that you guys, not you guys, they guys,
You can take me, put me in that motherfucker.
so when you guys came, you came with your
I don't
English
care.
and you could write it.
I came on my horse.
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
so you can imagine, we didn't know.
Conquistador.
You know? So, who knew? Maybe they came with these sticks that they were writing and everything else. This is how you're supposed to write it. We didn't know that
Tell me
shit.
my people ain't
You
shit.
know? So, your people came with all that shit. And what happened is like, they talk about the braids, how they could write the maps with the braiding and everything else. That is a cultural thing that they maintained, but they could not speak their language
So
because they were.
don't you speak Swahili at home?
I speak Swahili at home. I do. But the whole thing is this: when master said you cannot speak your language, you could not speak it. You caught speaking your language, you're lashed. You need to speak master's
Really?
language. Yes. You should watch Kunta
Yeah,
Kinte.
slavery. That's
Yeah, I believe that
Yeah, yeah.
could be a harsh.
It was
reality,
really
yeah.
messed up, you know, and that's why they changed their names to the reason why I'm called Eric. He's called Eric, you know, and I have two African names. Why do I have an English name? You know, I should be called whatever that I should be called without having an
You're
English.
called Eric because
Is
you're
it?
motherfucking king.
You
That's
know?
what's up.
So that's the whole thing.
All right, listen, guys. In Europe, this has been going on since time immemorial. So, all right. There's been so many developments regarding borders in Europe that sometimes Romania was this big, now it's this small.
Yeah.
Hungary was this big, now it's this small. France, Germany, all these countries. And what happens when the borders change, they have what they call like, let's say, Germanization or Ukrainization or Slavication or Hungarianation. It's kind of a normal thing that happens when conquest takes place.
Yeah.
China, Japan, Korea example. I've mentioned this example. It's not a unique example regarding this. It happens when conquest happens. It's not kind of a, sorry to say, I know maybe stepping on some toes here, but it's part of the world evolvement.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
There's,
I'm
there's
gotta
nothing to change
say
about it. It
It's
is
not-
what it is. And you look at what civilization has caused. It has made us evolve to something else. You know, we have ability to do things that 50 years ago we could not do. 70 years old ago we could not do.
Would you say colonization was a strictly a bad thing?
If they did it the right way, it would have been a good thing. But they did it the wrong way.
Every part of Africa?
Every part of Africa.
Because
Africa. Let me tell you something.
they've depleted
Do you
everything.
know
No.
Yes.
the amount of people
They
that were killed in
didn't
Africa?
Yeah,
Alex, the amount of Africans that were killed
I don't care.
is
Yeah,
more than
There are some examples of it.
Yeah.
We talked about this, like the Congo.
not even the Congo.
No,
Congo
The
is a
amount
bad
of
example.
Africans that were killed.
But
is
if you
more than
take
even
like
the whole,
yeah.
what is his name? Pompeo or whatever his name
in the
is.
western part of Africa, I would say Cameroon. Cameroon is a good example, where actually, fuck it, take whole of Africa in general. They didn't domesticate animals. They didn't have two storage buildings. So the infrastructure that the Europeans brought, hospitals, roads,
They brought diseases.
Yeah.
also diseases. But,
But
no. Actually, that's not true, because if you look at the map and you look at how the Americas was conquered, it was conquered way before the Africas. Way before.
Yeah.
Why? Africa is kind of in the neighborhood for the Europeans, right? But still, it didn't take to the 1800s before it was conquered.
Because they had the wrong compass.
Yeah. And you have to travel over the fucking sea. The thing is
No, because
But-
in the Americas, the Europeans died of the disease. No, sorry. The Americas, the native, the Latin or the Indians died of the diseases from the Europeans. In Africa, it was vice versa. That's why the struggle was harder in the Africans nations, because the Europeans died.
We
of
could tolerate more.
but that's the
everything good here. Right?
This is what Eric is trying to say when you ask him, it was colonization net positive or net negative, and Eric said if they did it the right way, it would be good. But that's the point. They did not do it in the right way, and that's why you have a lot of Africans that is mad. You can't. No, wait. Listen. You can't say like you have a whole fucking continent mad over something that happened and tell all those people they're wrong.
Have you seen how big Africa is?
Yeah.
Do you know how huge Africa
I've
is?
been. I'm from
know.
there.
Let me tell you
All right.
something.
Last thing. I can see that many Africans I talk with, they say that colonization was a huge positive.
Bring them here. I want to talk to them.
They're stupid as fuck.
Yeah, bring them here.
Because
Show
the
me
whole
those
thing is
Africans.
this. I'll tell you a good example.
I wanna talk to them.
Alex, and this is how the reason why we got colonized is this. When you met me, what kind of response did I give you?
I can tell you.
I welcomed you.
I can take you.
Yeah.
So, for example, I think that the response was that there's somebody who's technologically superior, and for that reason, it was met with kind of an embracement, actually, more. I think you embraced us more than hated us. I would say that.
It was. Have you seen the movie Shaka Zulu?
Yep.
Yes. So Shaka Zulu is a perfect example because the whole thing is Africans, we are inviting. We don't care what you are, but what we care about is we invite you to eat with us, to be with us. You're part of us. But what happened was like when we were sleeping, you planned your own things. And on top of that, you came with the Bible and told us,
Hey, this is the way you should go.
This is how you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And busy here, you're taking our lands
Yeah.
and taking our women,
And-
and
yeah.
we're having mulatto kids there.
got
We don't
good women,
understand
though.
what is going. Don't understand what is going on. And here we are, Jesus Christ, the Son of God. We forgot about our ways. In my culture, we used
Yeah,
to.
I can understand
we
that.
Could, we could face Mount Kenya and pray to the gods, go offer offerings and everything else, and we lived good.
Yeah, I can believe. I
You
can.
see?
I can see. I
So,
can say. I can
our-
go so far.
Yeah.
That in a large part, colonization was a net positive. There was some negative things that you're
Big
mentioning.
yeah.
But there was also many positive things which Africa enjoy and still enjoy
Yeah.
to this day. And there are bad example which has a net negative, like I've been mentioning before. So that's my stance.
For me, I understand that. For me, what gets me mad is when I hear people like when people are coming and say like, well, yeah, colonization was good because look what you got, right? You got roads, civilization, whatever. And I'm like,
Trains.
Maybe some people don't want that. Like, can you answer that question?
Yeah,
Maybe we don't want that.
I can answer that question.
Yeah.
Maybe some people don't want that. Maybe some people are very happy with living in
The tribals.
Yes, I can believe that. I can believe
We
that.
could send smoke signals and people would understand
We
what the
understand
smoke
that.
signal.
And there's white people going to Africa to live in these conditions as well, right?
Yeah.
And we
Wouldn't you say?
welcome them.
You
Yeah.
welcome them, right? Would you say the immigration influx is larger from Europe to Africa or from Africa to Europe? And why is that?
It's more from Africa to Europe because Europeans have depleted our fucking
But
shit.
if you got the
Not even that, we
infrastructure-
got brainwashed.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay.
No,
there
but-
are-
but-
there- yeah, but this doesn't explain anything. So, if
Why not?
Because if there's some people going to these tribal parts of Africa and want to live there, okay, there's some people who want that. But the influx is larger to one part as a part of to another part. That means like, okay, the example I made earlier. You have a Mercedes or you have a Ford. Okay, some people can like a Ford better than a Mercedes, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you take 100 people and 10 people choose the Ford. They're happy to choose the Ford, but 90 people choose
The
Mercedes,
Mercedes,
right?
But imagine you being a Ford guy and then Mercedes just come down and shove it down your throat.
What I'm saying,
I'll
is
give
you
you
can also always be subjective what's better than another. What
Yeah.
I'm
Let
trying
me-
to
let
say.
me-
You can be subjective.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you.
But the stats show that one is preferred rather than the other.
I'll give you an example why it's preferred. Here's the thing. Let's take the oil from Nigeria. We take even from Ghana. Let's take the diamonds from South Africa. Let's take the tea from Kenya. Let's take the
Cobalt from Congo.
from Congo. Let's take the
Yeah.
whatever else from Africa. That it is managed in the best way possible. We don't need to come to Europe.
I agree. Why isn't
Not
it
for-
managed in the best way?
We're doing it right
Because
I hope so.
because the Europeans came and brainwashed the Africans that are there managing these things. And what they did, they also killed the people who saw what was happening. Patrick Lumumba was killed, right?
Lumumba.
There's so many people who've gone. Even in Libya, Gaddafi, he
I
wanted
want
the
to
best
dispute
for
this.
Africa.
I will not
You
dispute
not,
this. I
but
believe
I'm,
this.
what
I
I'm
believe this.
telling you, Alex, is this: the answer I'm giving you is like the reason why we come to Europe is because what we have at home is not being managed or done the right way, and we've been brainwashed to the fact that we think coming to Europe gives us a better life. And when Eric goes back to Ghana or I go back to Kenya, I'm like, I'll pay for this. I'll fix this. They think, oh shit, I also want to go to
there
abroad.
and get there.
You know, because this is the life that I want to live. Forgetting that you can live that life in Africa. My sister wanted to move to Europe, and I told her the amount of money that you're making here, you're living like a queen. Don't even bother, because once you come there, you're fucked.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it's not only that.
I buy it.
Yeah.
I buy it.
It's not-
I buy it,
Yeah.
but it still doesn't explain the vast
But
situation.
it's changing right now. Look at Ghana. Ghanaian cedi has surpassed Norwegian krona and the American dollar right now. So our money is more worth over there than here, and over here as well. You have the new foreign minister, the new president of brain freeze, the military president over.
From
It's not Rwanda, is
No.
it? Come on.
whatever his name is. You
Come
know
on.
Yeah.
Oh, we're losing right now, Eric.
No, you're not losing. You're
No,
making
no,
good
no, I'm
points,
just
and
talking about
and I
another
feel
thing.
that- and I will put,
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
No,
There's
but it
some
does
guy.
matter because but that guy
All right.
over that country, he has kicked out all the French.
What the fuck? We got a brain fart right now.
Yeah, no, he kicked out all the
It's
French.
Alex. He's brainwashing us.
Yeah, we're sitting here. We can't even
fucking
think.
white man,
It's
huh?
the fucking polo.
Get the fuck outta
It's
here.
the polo neck. It's the polo neck.
No, but I can
Oh,
believe
man, you need
you're.
to Google this guy.
I am.
It starts
I
with a
believe you,
T.
Eric.
What the fuck is his name?
It doesn't explain things.
Taure.
Taure. Oh fuck! Thank you. Wow. Okay.
Now, I'm not gonna put European accomplishments.
But
on
that's
some
not
kind of
that's not what I'm saying. That's not.
a certain
on a
level.
real
we,
level?
We conquer the world. The world speaks our languages.
Yeah,
But-
And I
you
feel
did
that
good.
No, no,
we
no.
You did good.
did good.
And that's why
No,
we're...
but
everybody wants to
It's
speak
not
our
about
languages,
who's-
sing
who's
in
not
our
about
language. Get
Alex.
the fuck out of here.
Alex, it's not about who to
And that's the
speak
reason why
loudest. Come on.
your women are so into us, because we're paying back.
I fuck those women, you know.
Reparations. But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm talking about is what I'm
that was a
talking
joke.
about.
That was a
Yo,
joke.
you can
Yeah,
joke,
yeah, yeah.
but I fuck more black women than you, both of you put together. So get the fuck out of here. That's the easiest one. That's the easiest
Oh my
one.
God. You see,
Get the
colonizer.
fuck out.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Gotta go there.
I'm telling you, colonizer.
Gotta go there.
Salud.
But
That's it over.
That's it all, yeah. What I'm saying is,
Oh my
like,
Lord.
when Africa right now, just let me have this
But
point.
we
Can I
do-
just have
yeah,
this point,
all right,
please?
All right.
When Africa right now is setting the fucking boundaries, right?
Mm.
You have that president. When he said, "Yo, French, you're not getting our fucking diamonds anymore.
Mm.
You're
Fuck
not,
off, yeah.
you're not getting our oil anymore." Now, French, they're stressing over there,
Mm.
and they trying to take a coup just to get him out.
Mm.
As soon as you have a leader that just want to go and put Africa first, what do? They get
take
him
him out.
out.
Yeah.
Right? So we don't even have the opportunity to build, because as soon as we start doing shit, they take us out.
Can I give a rebuttal on that?
Yeah, please.
And then we'll take a short break. Not that I'm gonna have the last word on this. You guys can
no, it's
respond.
okay.
Okay,
No,
so
you're the colonizer, so it's
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So how do they get the things out of there? How did they get the diamonds? How did they get the oil? How did they get it out of there?
They got it out there because they gave the money, and they gave
Who put it?
the
who
Europeans
took it out?
gave a fucking shitty deal to the man in charge, right?
Yes.
And said, "Hey, we can get
Could
this."
be.
Yeah, no,
It's not could be, it's that's what they
That
do.
is what they do.
Yeah, yeah.
You will get this amount if we can just come here and build the infrastructure and mine the ag, get the gold out.
Do you know-
We'll build your roads, my guy. We
They-
just need to
There's
get.
been so much money
Bro.
put there to the leadership, about the leadership in Africa. I'm sorry to say,
But that's what I'm saying.
they use it for themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
And don't build infrastructure.
what happens.
Don't build a society
No.
that is well functioning, and that is a problem.
No.
Here's the thing. Imagine you come with $50 million and you give it to Eric. He's never seen $50 million in his life. Ever. The only thing he's been seeing is in shillings or whatever the currency is. And then you have dollars, 50 million, and you tell him, this is for you. I want you to write, to sign this lease for me for 99 years for this land. And every year, I'm going to be giving you 5 million coming to your account. This is 50 million is for you. But every year, 5
You get
million
five.
will coming. So what has happened? He signs a lease
For 99 years.
for
Really?
99 years.
So what the fuck are we saying? That the leadership doesn't take care of their own people?
Yes. So what happens?
And when you
corruption.
Why not?
No, but listen. And when you
Would
have
that happen in a European?
no, yes, of
situation?
course, of course.
It happens even in Norway.
Yeah.
It's only that it's hidden.
Yeah, it can happen, but,
But
still, it cannot be
but
so
what
selfish.
what we're saying
that-
is, when you have a good president, when you have a good leader that's trying to build a good Africa, they take him out.
They take him out.
So you're only left with the fucking shitty ones that want to pocket the money. So they found that person. You look like you into
They find-
corruption.
they find the-
corruption
the
is
weak-
good only when I am in it, right?
All right, let's take a short break and let's pivot, all right?
This was nice.
All right, we're back from the break. Wow. Okay. Have you seen the Trump video, by the way? The one that got accidentally posted?
It was not accidentally posted, but I saw a clip of it, and I was like, "This is the orange motherfucker." So let me skip it. But I saw it,
You saw it.
and I think it was the most lowest a president could go for.
Yeah.
And on top of that, when it comes to credibility, he put his credibility way low to the class, because the whole thing is he's talking about a former president, and racism is a really touchy subject, and there are so many people who look up to presidents for inspiration. So if my kid is looking at him as an inspiration, is that the kind of thing that I want my son to follow to or to aspire to? You know, there's jokes. Maybe he put it out as a joke, but to him it was not a joke. To him it was like, I am actually gonna put this out. You know?
And the thing for me that grasping the most is like when people's like, yeah, but it was a mistake and he didn't mean to put it, and he deleted the video. And I was like, but you have, like, we're talking about the American government. We're talking about the sitting president. It's no fucking way a video like that can be up for 12 hours without anybody come in and say like, hey, you should put this down. And then still remains up. You know, like the time frame for me is so long and so vivid, and it set a dangerous presidency, because like imagine me as a black dude that was called a fucking monkey growing up. That was what people picked at me, and when people go around, you know, and did that, and that it's not a feeling that is good. And when you have somebody that high up that posts that, when you have a kid in school who's facing the same backlash. And it's not even only America. It's like you have all over the world.
Yeah.
When you're facing that backlash, that only gives you ammo to the fuel, and that's why I felt like this was bad. It was bad, and even if it was a mistake, let's go with that. Let's say that he didn't mean to say it, because he came out on the plane, and people know I'm the first one to hate on Trump. But when he came up to the plane and said like, hey, I saw the video. I wouldn't even like it if it was me, right? I condemn the video. It's bad. He didn't apologize. He didn't say it was wrong. He said, I wouldn't like it if it was me either. So I took it down, right? And I'm like, yeah, but if it was a staffer who did it, why hasn't that person been fired? Why hasn't the person that did that mistake been put up for accountability? That's something I feel like, okay, if it was a mistake, then somebody should fucking get fired. If he did that, I could buy the mistake narrative that we're going with. But nobody's been fired, and they just trying to brush it over and trying to go with the new topic, releasing fucking UFO statements because people gonna look at other things. And I think it's not a good look, and it's bad for not him but for everybody.
All right. You sent me this video,
Yeah, I did.
and I was like, shit. I've been defending this motherfucker now for so long. Don't do this. Don't go there. And I felt it, and I was like, nah, this can't be true. Some explanations is needed here. Yeah, I felt it, and I was like, Eric has this golden nugget.
I got golden nugget. Oh, I'm gonna put this hot potato to
Yeah,
your
I
lap.
felt it, and I didn't like it. And then I did the research, and I saw that he explains it, right? So he says that he posted it, and it's a video that was in the video. He actually wanted to mention the voter fraud. That's what he wanted to promote with this video. And then in the video, at the end, somebody flips down to another video and flips back up again. That's what happened in the video. Presumably, he didn't watch the whole video. Presumably. All right? Maybe he did, but he didn't give a fuck. Then all bets are off. And yeah, you can say whatever you want about Trump. If he did that on purpose, all bets are off.
But the whole thing is this, Alec.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
So he deleted the video, and the video is not only about the Obamas. It's about all the Democrats, right? So it's only the beginning of the video as well, right? So if you would flip, let's say you would flip on this video, you would see the Obamas in the beginning, but if you would let the video play out, you will see the whole video, and it's not only the Obamas. And then it puts another perspective on it. Then he deletes it, and then he's questioned about it. And when he's questioned about it, he says, shit. I didn't see the whole video. I thought it was about a voter fraud. I would feel bad if somebody would depict me in this manner. And I understand that it's a bad thing. So it was an honest mistake. This is his take on it. And the way I think I know this guy, he would never do that. It was a blunder of the year, and it was a huge blunder, and he
Fumble.
took responsibility for it. So I think I'm gonna let Trump slide on this one.
For me, it sets what I feel about that video is like it says a whole lot about not the MAGA, but it says a whole lot about the view of not even black people in America, but the whole like the state, right, of America right now, because the only people that was depicted as apes in those videos was the only two black persons. Like Obama could be a fucking parrot, but they chose Obama and Michelle to be a fucking ape. And that says a lot about the viewership and what they think about certain peoples, right? And if that is the shit that is in your fucking feed when you're scrolling, well, that says a lot about your base, and it says a lot about what you actually are into, because that is what his algorithm is feeding him.
But the video then is kind of addressed, because in that video, it was only the beginning of the video,
Yeah.
But
right?
guys,
And then everybody was depicted as some kind of animal, right?
Yeah, I understand that, but they choose the only black people in the video to be apes.
Because that's the beginning of the tape.
you guys, you should look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is this: what is he hiding? Because at the end of it all, look at the Epstein files. It's hot soup right now. So how do you deviate people from the main issue that is affecting America right now? How do you corrupt people's heads to stop thinking about?
Sorry, I just need to send a text message
Do it.
telling people I'm gonna be late.
Yeah.
Because now we're going into the Epstein files.
No.
I don't think we should do that
Yeah.
today.
But the whole thing is this. My whole point of this is this. This is all orchestrated in a way that is going to throw people off. Every time there's a bill that needs to be put out, they always throw something for you to be hidden from the main thing that is happening.
So you feel like this is a diversion?
This is a diversion that is happening. Because the woman that is involved in Epstein's files, what did she say? She's not going to talk until Trump does what?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yes.
Pardon, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see? So there's something in the whole bigger picture that is happening that he's using this as a way of throwing people off to not think about what is happening in the background.
Yeah.
But we're not stupid. We know what is happening. So this that happened right now was just a facade just to throw people off. Talk about this right now. Talk about racism. Talk about, oh, he fucked up.
Instead of the Epstein files?
Instead of what is happening in the background.
I'm not buying that.
You should buy it.
It would be actually the wrong maneuver for him.
He's doing
We're
it.
putting in a more difficult position. I'm not buying that part.
Because-
I think he was focusing on the voter fraud, and the way he's been with the black people in America, the way things are developing for blacks in America is just getting better.
No, it's not getting better. It's getting worse.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Look at the whole thing. Look at the bigger picture. What is happening with ICE? It's a cover-up. They want people to talk about ICE, not about Epstein files. What is
ICE
happening?
has been going on.
ICE has not been as crazy as it is right now. But after this whole case came out, everything escalated to what it is right now. So people are being diverted to that corner and trying to forget about what is happening
Then
on the other side.
okay, I'm
then
only
this-
trying to put myself in Trump's shoes.
and
That
this-
will be the
I'll give you an example.
most stupidest thing to do in that position.
Let me tell you.
imagine that's-
Look at this, guys.
Okay.
Hold on. I'll give you an example. Look at Kanye. Kanye wanted to get out of the deal that he was with Adidas.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Fucked up everything.
He fucked up everything. People think like he's crazy and everything else. What did they do? They dropped him. And
Why did they
later on,
drop him?
because they said he's not suited to be in that position for running a brand like they have.
Because he started supporting Trump.
No, he was doing anti-Semitic
He was
shit.
doing some
Yeah, that was
stupid shit.
He
was the,
But what was-
but he
the
did
drop that spilled the bottle. But yeah, but
What did he do when they dropped him? He came and said they fell for the whole trick because he pretended to be what he was that he was not. And people were like, oh, Kanye is crazy, Kanye is crazy. But he was smart because he got out of that whole deal. Yes, he lost some millions, but he retained his millions in another way.
His
And he got out of the contract that he wanted to get off
property.
easy. So
they freezed his accounts. They
did everything.
excluded him, and
But
then he
right
started
now-
a war against what he qualifies as the Jews.
what he is at right now, he's a free man.
Yeah, he is.
And he's enjoying his money, you know. And now what Trump is doing, he's throwing people off in the fact that, you know what, you guys talk about this a little bit.
But imagine this. Would you rather talk about Trump being racist or that Trump fiddled 13-year-old girls? That's the conversation right now. I'd rather be a racist than a pedophile.
No.
Yes.
No. Okay. Yeah, maybe.
No, maybe.
If I gotta choose,
Right?
I would rather.
you will find something on this level, not pedophile, racist.
Well,
He's everything.
Imagine this.
He's everything.
Imagine this. It's so hard that we even talk about a president in the same manner that we talk about pedophilia, right? Like people are doing that conversation. It's happening right now. And people been saying that Trump is racist for years. He brushed that shit off because it doesn't stick. Well,
Actually, no. Because before he ran for the first presidential election, especially the black community,
fuck with Trump. Yeah,
Yes,
I know
they
that.
did.
I know that.
and he wasn't kind of racist. He was just saying
He
that
was playing the game.
Yeah.
he was trying to focus on Americanism,
He was a colonizer.
like strong borders, not anybody coming into the country, which everybody is occupied with, even in Europe, makes sense. You should do that. You should put the American people, regarding what their skin color is, on the first level, which is a good thing. To do such a thing would be horrible for him. It doesn't compute with me.
But look at where we are.
doesn't make sense.
No,
You
but
cannot
look,
put
that
yourself
doesn't
in,
make
in his shoes
No, no, but
because
look-
he's
look
like
where
a
we
bunny.
are.
He's
But
gonna
look,
jump from left to right.
Maybe somebody calls me a pedophile. Oh, I'll do racist shit instead.
Yes.
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 What the fuck?
Yes.
Like, but imagine where we are in the news circle right now.
I'm
Like
not
this
buying
Look at-
happened. This happened
Man,
2 weeks ago.
Eric, I think you
What
should
week?
send that text message because the whole thing is this. Look at they put a whole prince. They threw him under the bus.
Yeah.
What I can discuss, I'm not buying it, but what I can discuss, did he do some pedophile shit?
How do we know?
How do we know?
And the whole thing is this: the pictures speak volume.
What the picture with just a kid?
No, the picture with him and Epstein in his house, in his
Oh, yeah,
island.
yeah. No, not in
and
his
every-
island.
No, he wasn't actually on the island. That we've
But
discussed.
everybody's been in the picture with Epstein.
Yeah,
even
even-
Metamorit has been in the picture.
Yes,
with
how
Look
do you
at
know?
how it's going for her.
You
Like
never
this
know.
is the crazy shit. Everywhere else, when people have been brought up in the Epstein file, they're feeling the repercussions of it.
Even Chris Tucker was there.
Right? Like you have fucking the king of England is the owning
So
his
they
own brother.
are in the same society.
yeah,
right?
but the king is the owning his own brother because of the Epstein file. But in America, people don't bat a shit eye against Trump. And the thing that is the dangerous thing here is like people we forget. We're in a new news circle right now, so people already forgot that shit. The video, he's not getting any repercussion for that. But for a while, we stopped talking about Epstein file, even if it was for 42 hours or 78 hours or whatever. We stopped talking about it. Now it's the video. People doesn't
But
think about it at the same time.
doesn't sound like a strategical good thing to do.
Well, it does. It sounds like the
The
most.
whole thing is this. The
No, you wouldn't do that.
look at the whole thing is this.
Like I would choose racism instead of pedophile. Okay, you would choose something else to distract.
But
not
like
even,
what? They
not
tried.
almost as worse as a pedophile.
No, but what? Like they tried releasing the UFO. NASA came and said, yeah, there are UFOs out there. They tried that. People didn't buy it because we're looking at the Epstein file. We have Kash Patel, we have everybody in the FBI saying that, you know what? We don't have any evidence that Epstein trafficked any girls to anybody but himself. Like, yeah, you have videos of him and Lex Wexner doing some crazy shit. You have pictures of him and Trump doing some crazy shit. When everybody else is in the Epstein file, they held accountable for that, and we believe them. But when it comes to Trump, we choose not to believe it.
The whole thing is this.
That may
big
be
question
a
is this.
good thought process. I can agree. Maybe there's some truth to that. I don't know.
The whole question.
If there's true about pedophile or something like that.
But there's so many people.
But
There's so many
guys,
girls
the whole
that
thing,
came
the
out.
question that you should ask yourself is this: why is this woman saying that she will only speak when Trump
Pardon, sir.
pardons her? So, meaning there's something that she knows that we don't know, that Trump knows, that doesn't want it to come out because of the fact
that could be also a
which
reasonable assumption,
which
of course.
is incriminating.
Yeah. That could be a reasonable assumption. I
And
can
you-
agree.
Yeah.
But nothing's proven yet.
It's not proven because the whole thing is this: nobody's spoken. And if this woman happens to die in prison, then they're shutting her up. But I hope she has taken videos and made her case tight.
Because the thing is with the whole debacle
crazy.
is that, first of all, we shouldn't even have the thought process in our mind that you have a president that is conflicted or incriminated with pedophilia. Like, that is not even supposed to be
I
a
agree.
fucking.
I
We
agree.
shouldn't even talk about that.
Pedophilia?
Like, don't even,
Shit.
like, have you heard Sasha Riley's testament? Have you heard the people that is coming out? You have the FBI, you have people in the FBI that he has appointed to that state. His own lawyer is head of fucking DOJ. His defense lawyer is head of DOJ. Of course, they're gonna protect him.
Yeah.
You have 6 million files. We only have heard about. We're only seeing 3.5 million of them. So we have 3 million files that is locked. Imagine this is what they released. Imagine the shit that we don't see. And if that is where we are right now, then we are fucked. And that's why I feel like Trump is an nasty man.
Would
If
it-
it's true.
Yeah, if it's true, let's say that if it's true, because everything right now is allegedly.
I can agree.
Right
If
now,
it's true,
we are on the ifs and the buts. So the whole question is this: when the whole truth comes out, where are we gonna be at? Because the whole thing is this: this guy is not going anywhere, and America is supporting him to the fullest.
no,
fullest.
if pedophilia comes up, even the racist thing that was kind of a hot topic for 12 hours, that would ruin him. And I will be the first one to...
But your vote doesn't count, my guy.
I will be the first one to renounce him.
Your vote
if
does
that's
not
true.
count.
Nah.
We have
No.
Hillbilly who's in
I'm
Texas.
still not buying it.
who's
But
gonna, I'm gonna go.
It could be true. It could be true. And if it's true, then I will be the first one to
Right, just imagine, like, Jonas
Renounce him.
Garstöre, if somebody came and said, hey, Jonas fiddled me when I was 13. Yo! Like, even if somebody just...
People would go
even if
nuts.
somebody lied about that shit. Even if somebody lied about that, that person would be investigated.
Don't you think there's some kind of incentive to lie about that?
I would say yes and no. I would say yes and no.
Like the Michael Jackson thing, you took their part like...
Yeah, I still do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I still
so
do.
there are people there who has incentives to lie about some things like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think
Right?
Michael Jackson was in shit.
Yeah, but okay. But you bought that face value like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
But in this part, you have questioning about it.
Define that. When I bought the Michael Jackson thing...
Because they also said he was a pedophile, right?
Yeah.
Which he was not.
Well, okay, maybe that's true also, right? So, but you bought that, right? In this case, couldn't that be the same scenario then?
But difference between Michael Jackson and Trump is that Michael Jackson, he went for court for that. He fought that. Couple of times.
Oh, he was dead when that video came out.
No, but when the first 3 times he went to court for that, he came out.
defended
He
himself.
Yeah,
defended
but I'm
himself.
talking about Never Neverland.
Yeah, but
the
have you seen what 50 did to Diddy? We've seen the video. Like, imagine
What
that
50 did to Diddy?
Did it?
Did
Yeah.
he something?
With the video, with the documentary that came out. Like, I'm not defending
Which
Diddy.
documentary is this?
Oh, on
On the
Netflix.
Netflix.
The Diddy.
Diddy documentary.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the depiction of him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
have somebody in the media. You
Right.
Can, yeah.
You can have somebody in the media
yeah,
to-
depict something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. But when that came from Michael, he went to court.
Yeah, but the video came after he died.
The documentary came after he died.
where
Yeah.
two guys told their story about how he molested them when they were children.
Yeah, and James.
And that might be true or maybe not true.
Yeah, and the same guy that said that Michael will molest him.
But you
Yeah.
said that you buy that.
yeah.
Right?
Why? Why I do buy that?
But I'm
Okay,
not saying-
let talk.
So you buy that. So it could be the same example in the Trump scenario, no?
Yeah, it could be.
So
but
what I'm saying, both could be true, both could be false. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah, okay, now I understand your point.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the reason different for me with Michael's case is that the fucking dancer that allegedly told people that Michael molested him, he's out here touring and dancing to Michael Jackson shit. He's a choreographer and he's dancing to Michael Jackson shit. He had camps where he's like, yeah,
I don't know about that.
no, but I do. I do.
Okay, maybe that's true.
So
Yeah.
when you go through that shit, plus the court case, then you can't sit here and say like that. You can talk to fucking Macaulay Culkin. It was Michael's best friend. You have this Norwegian guy that was a dancer that went to Neverland. He came out and
Yeah.
said like Michael didn't do Umar. Michael didn't do shit. Right.
But still, nothing is proven.
Nothing is proven. Right. That's what I.
But the video
Yeah.
is, we can see it.
Yeah.
We saw how hurtful that could be.
It hurt super.
And it took responsibility for it.
Yeah.
And denounced it right
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
And said, didn't like it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a presidential thing to do, isn't it?
It is, but the problem is that shit was up for 12 hours. If you're a president with all these people in your fucking cabinet, somebody after 20 minutes
I'll tell you guys
would come up
something.
and say, hey, that video should be removed. Even if he's sleeping, they would knock at his door and said, hey, Trump, remove that shit. Trump
Yeah.
looked at it and he was like, nah, it's not,
do
it's
you
not,
know that?
I don't know. I don't know. We don't know shit, Alex. That's why we are here talking our mouth out. We don't know shit. But somewhere that video was up for 12 hours.
So let's wait and see what the future might hold.
He
And
woke up
then,
and he said, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
And the whole thing is this. If you look at the prince, he's been indicated in the whole thing with that small girl. And he has a picture holding her. And he's like, I don't know how that picture was taken. I don't recall about the picture. I don't recall anything. And the girl is bluntly saying, after they took the picture, he went and fucked the
Molested
shit.
her.
Yeah, he did his thing. And he's like, I don't know. So the whole thing is this. I don't know. We should put them in a lie detector and see what's up. But the
Yeah.
whole thing is this. Nobody's going to put them there.
Nobody's going to put him there.
No. Because he's a head of state.
That is true.
You know, you cannot
That is
touch
true.
him. Right now, he's untouchable. Wait until he's out of the office. You'll be shocked.
No, wait until the midterms. He will be fucking impeached. Fuck.
You know?
Eric, my guy,
We need a part 2
we need a fucking part 2.
because this is hot.
It's hot
We
potato.
touched some hot topics today.
Yo, this was a fun pod, and we talk out of our mouth, but we still love each other. Yo,
Big
guys,
time, big time. You know, thanks for having me.
Thanks
I'm
for
looking
coming.
forward to the next session. You
It
know,
was fun, Eric. Thank
Yeah,
you
yeah.
for being here.
yeah, definitely.
And being a
Actually,
sport about it.
definitely need to come back again so that we can set the record straight.
Yes.
this is Chambre Separee, the English version.
Yes.
Salute.
Salute.